Welcome. How y'all doing? Another episode?
Welcome. Episode 150. Malevolence. Malevolence.
Oh, Lord.
Shout out to Regina.
What up?
Peace to all on this Saturday's day. Shout out to Mr. George Wilkins. Regina, so what you gonna say today on the mic? You're gonna set the record straight on Weirdos and Peach Fuzz. I can't think you told me there was a correlation between both. Damn about time foods. This is the juice.
No, we're not doing the StreamYard this week. It's next week. We can't do it this week because J. Cole.
No, we can't do it. It's too hot.
Hell no, you got too much ammo this week.
Fuck you, George.
J. Cole
You can't do it this week.
Lordy. Anyway.
Niggas clicking up.
Even though Drake just responded, we're going to see how it goes.
I won't be here next week.
Oh, that's tough, man.
No, we have to wait till he get back then.
We'll wait till the next week after that.
When you gonna be back, George?
It has to be this.
I'm going JM hiking next week.
Are you going hiking?
Oh, he'd like to be in the mountains. He gonna be chopped up.
Oh yeah, it's unfortunate stories.
Like Pinko de Gallo.
Yeah, but how y'all doing, man? Another Saturday here. Another week has passed. Hopefully, at a stress-free week as possible. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. Passing of OJ. We're going to talk about some geopolitical stuff and Isreal. That red heifer we talked about is tying into why they're going at the Iranians, or the Persians, should I say. Now they're inviting the Persians, Turkey and all that.
If you want to. We got a history.
Yeah, we're going to talk about...
Look, I told a friend I'm going hiking next week because I told my friends y'all was doing the mic this week.
Oh, okay.
You got friends?
Well, my bad. I said last week, I said it was going to be either 50 or 51. But maybe I should have been more decisive and just chose one. That's my fault.
Damn, y'all some busters.
My fault, George. I didn't know, man. But we might just make it to 52.
Wait to hear what's coming later.
We might make it 52 in order to make sure you're here. So,
well, you know, he think he a goat.
Anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. A lot to get to. We're going to start with something small. Scary movie. Franchise getting a reboot by Paramount, Miramax, and Sonic the Hedgehog producer Neil H. Moritz. So after all these years of the Wayne brothers being
sacrificed,
they've been trying to get the rights to this back. They still ain't got it back. So Paramount is now deciding to actually use the IP to bring some money in. Now, if they're gonna reboot it, I wonder, are they gonna bring back some of the actors? Or are they gonna completely recast it?
I would revamp it.
Well, I think most of the people had already left by the time they got like Scary Movie 4.
Only people left was Anna Faris and Regina.
She wasn't on it no more. By the time they got to 4,
I
don't think so. I don't even think Damon or what's his name was on it
Regina
anymore.
Hall, I think. No, it's going to suck and be woke.
We'll see. It's supposed to be a parody movie. We'll see what they do with it. Would be funny if they just completely made the cast majority white, just completely whitewashed. They said fuck it and do it. Just push the button.
Oh, they whitewashing it instead of doing the reverse.
Yeah, the blackwashing.
The Scary Movie franchise is my niece's favorite, even though she doesn't like scary movies. Go figure.
Well, yeah, the first 2 or 3, it depends on who you ask. The first couple of them was classics. Like, it was classics that people really enjoyed, but it kind of went further down the line when they started introducing, obviously, a lot more white people in the cast. They added Charlie Sheen and all them. What's his name? Anthony Anderson. By the time Anthony Anderson
Kevin Hart.
came in, to me, it wasn't. Yeah, and I don't think that one. I think it was 4. Or was that 3?
4 or 5. 3, 4 or 5. One of them.
Yeah, I don't think those were that funny to me.
Most remakes are that nowadays. They're forcing programming over creativity.
So yeah, do you think that the Wayne brothers should have a beef about this?
No,
they sold it.
It is what it is.
But at the same time, it is kind of messed up that you go to one of these studios with an idea. In order for them to put the money behind your idea, they want certain rights to it, which is understandable. But then they just put when they want full control of it, when it's successful, and you want to do something with it, they can just leave this IP dormant for years, and you can't do nothing with it. And then they decide they want to do something with it, and it's completely opposite of the vision that you wanted.
It's all programming now because they're not making movies for profit anymore. Agree. Look at all the movies in the Marvels, or them making female characters that was male, all flopping.
Well, yeah.
No, they took it from them after part 2.
Yeah, that probably was I said 1 or 2. Some people said 3 was good. Most people say the first two were the good ones.
Yeah.
After that, they kind of became washed up celebrities. Let's be honest. A lot of the washed up actors would pop up, washed up or people they're trying to put in front of people would pop up on the next ones. You had Mike Tyson was in one. Anthony Anderson, that was 2005, 6 that came out. Kevin Hart.
Well, Mike Tyson career revamped with that movie. What's that movie? With the white guy getting married? Hangover.
Hangover, yeah.
That's when his image changed.
Yeah, they started using Scary Movie as a push off for either new actors or washed up. They're trying to push them back into the mainstream. But anyway,
I don't want to see this.
Yeah, I'm not interested.
We said all that all that was said to say no.
Well, they always announce something's gonna get made, and then months later, a lot of times they'll say something's gonna be made to get a feeling for how people are gonna react to it. And if the reaction is positive, then they'll.
Well, it's also for this new generation because I'm sure some of them don't know what Scary Movie is, so
which is crazy.
It's a different audience. So it could be woke.
There's some kid that was born in like 2007. It's like, what is Scary Movie? Like, what? Like, what? It's crazy.
Well,
anyway,
said some same things about the same thing about that.
So time goes on, everything stays the same. All right. Speaking of stuff we don't want to watch, Good Times actor, I can't say her first name, Bernadette
Stantes.
Which is funny because that's like old school black. Old school, but
last week they don't care anymore. This is the new genre forcing programming for femme and LGBTQ on established products.
Well, that's truth to that. Seeing how they movies now. I don't know how you how did you find a way with Charlie's Angels, which is a movie about women spies? How do you find a way to make that with more women bad? How did you? It's amazing.
You talking about the third one?
No, the one they released a few years ago. Reboot.
Oh,
it was terrible. But anyway, Bernadette Stannis, who played Thelma Evans on the 1970s family sitcom, is speaking out on Netflix's new Good Times reboot that sees cartoon versions of the beloved original cast still living the projects while making light of the diversity they face. With a baby who sells drugs, Stannis said the new animation series is nothing like what she and other original cast members previously pitched to Netflix. So
the cast was kind of involved.
I've heard people say that it went a different direction.
So Bernadette says she's not having it.
Yeah, she's not with it. She said she recalls actor Jimmy Walker, who played J.J. Norman Lee's office, the original show's executive producer, to pitch a Good Time cartoon that could include everyone minus the late Esther Roll. My manager called up Norman's office to see if they were included. I mean, if you're going to do that, let us know, they said. Oh, no, it's going to be a generations later, and it's going to be like progressive or whatever. You see? Woke. And I hate that we let them take the word, but it is what it is. Progressive or whatever, she shared. But Netflix producer Brent Miller loves us very much, loves me and Jimmy. I know that. He said, I can give you a small role in there.
Wow. Throw him a bone.
Sad.
The world has flipped again, and we're in a new timeline, hence the agenda, etc.
I tell you what, how Cat Williams started the year with, this is the year of revelation, truth, and it's been chaos. In media, at least. And even when you talk about geopolitics and war, there's been a lot of things said that wasn't said previously that's being said out loud now. So they're admitting it. So, do we give Cat Williams credit for that or putting that energy out there? He started the year with a bang.
Let's see how it ends.
All right, let's move on. All right, the Jerrod Carmichael show. Before we get into the
article.
You didn't read the article?
Hell no.
Jerrod Carmichael show.
Another
Carmichael,
plant.
He is a plant. Jerrod Carmichael. The first time I remember hearing about him was when he did the stand-up special where he came out as gay, which literally launched him into fame, saying he's gay.
I heard about him through when he was calling himself boycotting when he was hosting an award ceremony.
Yeah, I think it was in the Oscars.
Was it the Emmys?
Golden Globes, one of those.
Golden Globes, one of them.
He supposed to be mocking the crowd. He made that Whitney joke.
Yeah.
No, the first time I remember Carmichael, I'm lying. The first time I heard Carmichael's name, I didn't watch the show, is he had a show on Comedy Central called The Carmichael Show.
I don't know.
And that's before he said his sexuality out loud. That's when I first heard his name. I never watched the show, but that's where I learned his name.
My first time was his hilarious show called The Carmichaels.
Yeah, that's the first time.
Regina said he's hilarious.
I don't know. I didn't never watch the show.
Oh, George.
I never watched the show. I know he had a show on Comedy Central, if I'm not mistaken. So let me show this now. Okay, not that one. So he has a new show, reality show on HBO, where it's like a I don't know how you explain it. It's like a reality show, but at the beginning of the show, he starts off on stage doing stand-up, explaining what's going to happen or what the episode is going to be about. But it's supposed to be about his actual life, things he's going through. I don't think it's completely reality. I think it's like a scripted type reality show. So maybe some of the content is real, but it's not, completely authentic. So he got this show, and then you can see this article right here kind of says that his intimate and thorny portrait is still curated. How basically in this article, they kind of talk about how the ups and downs of his life, and I won't say they're praising it, but they're kind of giving it this deeper context of how they feel it should be received. But what I want to talk about is this right here.
She said, no, I said his show was turn out him, not so much.
So comedian Jerrod Carmichael sees backlash over race-based slave play joke.
Oh, no.
Now, this was in episode 2 of The Carmichael Show. The first episode was him talking about he had a crush on the rapper Tyler, the Creator.
Oh, the one that had the BBL.
and how he didn't have the same interest in him, whatever. Second episode, he told a joke because he's dating a Caucasian man. And they're in therapy or something like that. And so they go through this whole, he's a cheating type dude. He says how because he just came out as gay a few years ago, he's really just a teenager in gay numbers. It's some joke that he told on stage. But then he told this joke here, which kind of made people...
Shout out to Mr. Man. Guess who bite?
What up, what up? I'm just going to play this here. And we'll move on from that. Hold on.
Regina, shout out to Uncle.
What up, Uncle?
Regina and such, man. The legend continues. Shaking my head.
All right, let me play the video in question.
I sometimes joke to him that like our relationship is like that of like a slave and the master's son who like teaches me how to read by candlelight. Yeah, he groans too, because he's a good person. He doesn't like that fucking joke. I like that joke. That's my burden. I think that shit's hilarious. Yes,
What's going on?
Marie Antoinette, I don't know what that is. Yeah, it's a joke. That's for me.
You sick, perverted motherfuckers. But anyway, so he got a lot of backlash from that. What is this? Clearly, this dude is being pushed and marketed. They also use him to kind of be a counter to Dave Chappelle.
Oh, really?
Yes. They're trying to, you know how Dave Chappelle is seen as this cerebral comedian who gets on stage and discuss stuff and turns things into jokes or whatever. And they're trying to make Carmichael the gay version of him. I've seen multiple times in media write these headlines or people who have large platforms compare the two and make an argument that they believe Carmichael is better because
next Dave.
What?
He's supposed to be the next Dave.
Yeah. They constantly use him as a counter to him.
Yeah. So I agree, George. Clone Dave. I garbage. He's garbage.
Yeah, so he agreed that he's been they're trying to make him a new Dave.
He not funny.
You think that's do you think that has been effective at all?
The comparison?
I know you don't really know him like that.
No, I don't know.
Just in what you've heard about him, do you think they've sold the idea of him being this Dave Chappelle-esque comedian?
Honestly, I've heard nothing about him.
Well, that makes sense. Well, like I said,
nothing.
I know about his show on Comedy Central and his award hosting, like you talked about when he went viral for what he said about Whitney and the jokes he was telling. But yeah, I don't really know him much. I've never seen him stand up. I never heard one of his jokes other than that. So
says the pink tie whisperer. He's no Dave.
He's no Dave. So, but funny enough, I want to show this too because we just talked about this a few months ago. How on HBO and Cinemax, how they was ending all these shows, these black shows
to make way for.
And now the person who was on Rap Shit, which is a show based off of I think it's based off of it was written by or produced by what's her name? One of the Insecure. Isreal. Where I think it's based off of City Girls, the rap group City Girl. It says Rap Shit star Ada Osmond jokes about show cancellation by seemingly shading Jerrod Carmichael's HBO series. See, if I would have just let a white man call me Harry one time, I could have kept my damn show. Now, what she's really doing is calling him a. She calling him. It might have been a joke from her. She might not even care. She really just calling him a coon who sold out and did anything to get a position.
Well, they pretty much all do that, don't they? You don't remain relevant and successful unless you're willing to do something.
I think there's levels to that. I think there are legitimately some people who are famous on a smaller scale. I agree with you on the megastar thing. On a smaller scale, just because of their talent. Those are the people who don't get marketed at all in mainstream media. They normally are the people that are targeted and hated.
Who are those people?
I couldn't name them because there's like smaller artists, like Rapper Currency. Do you know him?
No.
He's more of a, I won't say underground, but he's more of an underground.
What about an
rapper.
actor and actress?
You can't be an actor and actress if you're in blockbuster movies and not be somewhat relevant or in mainstream. So I can't use that.
I
as
don't
an
think they
example.
allow it unless you're willing to do something anyway.
I think there's some levels to it.
He gay and gay not funny. Who in here find RuPaul entertaining except for Regina? Pink
shit.
Toes whisperer Siri working against me today. Jerrod Carmichael is a fender bender.
Fender bender.
Look at Uncle. He is a coon, a plant. Issa, yeah, she is too. She was in Barbie.
Yeah, she was in that movie. And that's a whole other situation where you could tell certain people get positioned because of their connection. Her being in Barbie said something to me. Just her being in that movie said something to me. But anyway, so she said that, what you think? The reaction to his show and his comments, are you, first off, the fact that people are starting to say these type of things mainstream. Are you surprised by that?
Well, they all do think. Well, she could be just doing this to give attention still, even though she's not in
any race
that.
Oh, I'll be honest.
I could give attention to him.
I'm trying to think, was it last year? It was one of these years where, and it's funny, it was this person, Carisha from the City Girls. Remember the first thing she said, one of the things she said at the top of the year was how she likes to be urinated on. The stuff these celebrities,
a golden shower?
The stuff these celebrities are saying publicly that they do behind closed doors now.
Oh, like when Diddy leave hotels, there's shit on the walls and ceilings. And
remember that scene?
Urine and feces and.
Remember that scene from Dumb and Dumber when he went to the bathroom?
Body fluids.
Remember when that scene from Dumb and Dumber when he went in the bathroom after he left the bathroom and said, "It's shit everywhere. It's on the walls. It's on the ceiling. It's everywhere."
Demons in that room. Her face is like an 80s hard plastic Halloween mask for the broke kids. They got the mask with the plastic uniform.
Damn, George. But coming out of that whole coon stuff, let me show y'all something else that ain't coonish. And we talked about this last week when we talked about we talked about last week that they did a study that said that Black Americans have the highest level of self-esteem.
Yes, self-esteem.
And, the white people started making comments on trying to make it seem like having self-confidence isn't that big a deal and all this other stuff. Well, this video kind of proves it. This person right here went around and asked some people about if they could be any other race, what race would they be? Now, this could be somewhat scripted. He could have asked particular people, whatever. Funny enough, he didn't ask
I love me. I love we.
Funny enough, he didn't ask any white people this, which would have been interesting to see as well. They probably would have said the same thing. I would want to be.
Oh, they're prideful.
Yeah, so let me just play this.
Any race other than the one you are, which would it be?
White.
White?
So I get white privilege.
If you had white privilege for a day, what would you do?
Oh, that's a hard question, actually.
What would I do? Honestly, just live. You can't really pinpoint whatever it is unless you contrast it. Like if everyone's white, you can't really see it, but if you contrast it to other races, that's when you actually see it. The struggles that others face, most of white people don't face. That's when the privilege comes in.
Let me pause it right here for a second. You know, when people that have a really strong opinion that you shouldn't teach your kids about quote unquote oppression because it makes them have a quote unquote victim mindset.
Walk around with a chip on their shoulder.
Do you think that's real? Considering these are college students and these are Asians and they're already succumbing to the idea that white people have it better than me. Do you think do you think that hampers black kids having this mindset going into life?
No, I think you should be aware.
But having a mindset,
You saying you need to go out there and have the lived experience instead of you being.
it's not about the lived experience. It's about the mindset that because I'm black, this white person has it better than me. So you already thinking
Yes,
behind.
they have advantages.
But I'm just saying, as a child, you teaching. Is that something you would teach, like a 13-year-old son or daughter?
I think it's preparing them for the world.
Okay.
You could be any race other than the one you are. Which would it be?
I feel this is a trick question. Honestly, white, because white privilege.
What is your current race?
Asian, like ethnicity Vietnamese.
Vietnamese?
Yeah.
What's one thing you take pride in about being Vietnamese?
Our family values my culture. Very, very proud of being Viet. But also, after COVID, it was a little bit scary.
If you could experience white privilege for a day, what's the first thing you would do?
Honestly, just walk around. Even as a white, ideally as a white male, just walk around and be able to be safe in my own skin.
See?
Oh, they all want to be a white male.
See, and that's the part that's even bigger to me. It's not that they want to be white. They want to be white men. That he's seen as the king of the
All
kingdom.
troglodytes.
He's seen as the head of the kingdom. He's still the person who's in charge.
Troglodytes.
So it's not really about white skin. It's about being a white male. This is what I really feel.
If you could be
'Cause even the Asians,
It's like even when they talk about the wages, they always say the
white male. They
comparison
compare
to the
everybody
white
to white
male.
men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
your race other than the one you are, which would it be?
I think we both would agree on the answer. I would say white in today's world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm very starstruck right now. You're very handsome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's weird.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I would say any race. I'm Indian, so I would say white probably in this country, so I could get to where I really want to get to because of glass ceilings. And
See, do you think it's negative that he already feel like there's a glass ceiling to how successful he can be?
No, because you just got to know you got to break it.
Okay, that's a good one. That's good.
If you could be any race other than the one you are, which would it be?
I wouldn't be any other race. I like my race.
If you could be any race other than the one you are, which would it be?
Black. No, I was just gonna say the same thing. I don't think I would be anything else.
If you could be any race other than the one you are, which would it be?
Damn, I don't think I'd want to be any other race. Being black is fun. Like,
If you could be any race other than the one you are, which would it be?
I love it.
None. I love my race.
What's your race?
I'm mixed.
Mixed with what?
I'm Brazilian on my mom's side and Afro-German on my dad's side.
She was confusing when she said, I wouldn't want to change my race. Like, but you mixed. You saying you mixed, but
What is she said she was Brazilian and Afro-German.
she said Afro-Brazilian and Afro-German. So that's not mixed.
They see it as two different
You're right, because
ethnicities.
a person from Poland would see a German as a different race from them. They would say it's
Yeah.
an interracial relationship to them. So when it's really ethnic, by ethnic, really. But
Yeah.
anyway.
If you could be any race other than the one you are, which would it be?
Oxymoron.
I wouldn't want to be any other race. I want to be black, so I'm good on that.
If you could be any race other than the one you are, which would it be?
I wouldn't be another race.
If you could be any race other than the one you are, which would it be?
I wouldn't want to be any race other than mine.
What's your current race?
I'm black.
If you could be any race other than the one you are, which would it be?
Ooh. I don't see myself as any other race.
What's your current race?
Black.
What's one thing? If you could be any race other than the one you are, which would it be?
white.
Congratulations.
Diddy should have been at the January 6th so he could shit on the walls. Report just came out. January 6th was FBI orchestrated.
Yeah, I saw that.
Chinese people breast stink more than BBL women.
Let me pause. So one day, it's funny you said that. I got a story.
Oh yeah.
So me, brother, and our mother were on our way somewhere, and we passed an Asian man. And our mama turned to us after we walked by and said, "That man breath stink.
It smelled like garlic.
It smelled like garlic." And we didn't smell nothing.
No.
But she immediately said, "That man breath stink." He just walked by. He didn't say nothing. All right, go ahead.
At Mr. Man, the garlic and fish
That's
sauce.
funny, and she said garlic.
Oh my god. The white man reps fake power, so all races and genders strive for power.
Exactly.
I'm about to drop a video on the white birth rate falling extinct by 2045. College kid is stupid. Oxymoron. Neanderthal is not human, not Homo sapien.
What up?
Peace to the gods and goddesses. Self-love is the first and most important love. Salute. Brilliant.
Self-love is the most important love, but unfortunately we forget we gotta. It's funny because you would think in your household, have you ever had to tell a parent, ever had to have a parent, a cousin, an uncle, anybody tell you to be proud of being black? Now, have you ever had to have it affirmed to you in your home?
No.
But I think maybe it's because it's affirmed to us through our media. Movies, as much as we say the negative
just the
music,
culture you grew up in.
Yeah. As much as we talk about the music being negative, one thing in the music that is always in there is
black power, black love.
I'm black, you know. Rich nigga, young rich nigga, like the idea of blackness being wealth, not wealthy, but just being the personification of flashy.
Well,
so
some blacks are flashy.
Oh, here you go. It's bullshit. All right.
Not all blacks.
I'm not like the others.
I'm not OJ. Speaking of OJ.
Oh, speaking
the
of
big homie.
Somebody who didn't like they blackness. We ain't gonna erase history. All right, we can make fun of the white people who mad about OJ all we want.
Passport Bros taking a L on Asian women after fresh in fit.
Hold on.
Yeah,
I'm glad. Let's get into that for a second. Before we get into that, since we're talking about this self-love and stuff.
Passport Bros out here spreading seeds, but not all of them want the seeds to survive.
This is how crazy it is. How you messed that up? You with an Asian escort and you get her pregnant.
Pull out game.
And now she doing the same stunt they pull in the quote unquote West, where they trap you with a baby.
Well, you haven't been able to get a baby and blah blah blah, and we were together just for a month, so God is trying to tell you something.
She ran game on his ass. You've only been with me for a month. It's meant to be.
Meant to be. I'm proud. No matter what they say, they trying to push black as being gay nowadays. We are so much more than black. Our pride is circular, not linear. From our observations and experience, this could be staged. He didn't put it in her.
All right, George. Hold on, I'm about to hit it. I'm about to hit it.
Sticky rice.
That's a good one. Oh man, I should have played this one. I can't remember which one it is. I don't want to play the wrong
rice
one.
Ain't good if it's not sticky.
I don't want to play the wrong one right now.
Oh, which?
But I want to play the wrong one. All right, there you go. I'm about to play the other one. But anyway, let's get it. All right, Oj Simpson, legendary football player and actor brought down by his murder trial, dies at 76. Every single headline made sure they mentioned that murder. Damn trial. Even ones that didn't have it at first, when you click the headline, it got updated and they added it.
Murder offender. They had all sorts of things. You had Bruce Jenner, aka he goes by Caitlyn.
How dare he?
Nowadays
he killed someone, and it was on his ass too.
How the hell you even able to come out talking about OJ when you got a fucking mental disorder?
Well, he also knocked his wife down in the jacuzzi.
You're a conservative.
Yeah.
Bruce Jenner is a conservative that wants to be a woman, but still like hitting women.
I think he was a man now.
No, he still dabble. He likes women still.
When they first did his whole transgender rollout, they had a Kris Jenner, his pimp, try to put him with a black man.
Nicole was a man.
We can get into it. We can talk about.
He was sacrificed regardless. We could talk about Rogers killed Nicole and Ron.
We can talk about Nicole being a cokehead whore. We're gonna get into it. How they just ignore who she is. You know, you're right. Allegedly, because they coming out here suing people.
Caitlyn murdered Bruce, allegedly. Caitlyn did something to damn Bruce.
No, Chris did it.
Oh,
Chris said you gotta carry your weight.
She took away that man masculinity.
Chris said, look, if the Kim and Chloe and all them, you gotta pull your own weight. You gotta do something.
You gotta get a black man too.
You gotta shake something up. Something gotta shake. So it is what it is. All right. So obviously they mentioned his
Kato was the coke runner. Kato is a dude. I know him because he was on Big Brother Celebrity or something.
Yeah. But think about let's get into Oj Simpson for a second.
Murder only work for white men.
Let's get into this OJ. OJ had a very strange relationship with the black community, considering the infamous quote.
He also was an MK Ultra asset.
100%. He was definitely a what do you call it? An antagonizer. 100%. He antagonized white people constantly. He was one of those people early in his career who was seen as a charismatic, charming, happy-go-lucky, easy to. He was very had a lot of gravity towards him. That's why he was in movies. He was funny. But once this shit went down, and he always placated two white people.
Yeah.
Remember the infamous quote? "I'm not black, I'm OJ."
Yes.
That's his infamous quote. That's why Jay-Z had that line. "I'm not black, I'm OJ."
Is there something wrong with wanting to be identified? It's just you instead of being identified as just being black. I'm not saying I agree with that.
But yeah.
Caitlyn had itself a piece of dark chocolate for a hot girl minute.
Oh, they don't found out that she. Oh no. Please don't
is
tell
a
me.
divester. OJ is a divester.
Yes, technically, yeah. And it get look. Hold on.
It's back.
All right, we go. Oh, my bad. This is what OJ family started as. Beautiful black woman with her big giant fro. He had his fro. This is the 70s. I can look at it and tell.
He had him in check.
Black man had his woman in check. Laid down the law.
He wasn't out here looking like what do you call her, Miss Ann?
Oh yeah, she trying to like Miss Ann. Yeah. But anyway, this is how it started. And then of course he moved on to that whore, that woman, Nicole. Look at that.
I identify as a white man when I get pulled over by the police. Transracial.
Oh, like the Atlanta.
Took that
scene?
web to the cracker side.
Now this is what led to the downfall. This is the reaction. I've watched this so many times.
If the glove don't fit,
you must have quit. I've watched this. I was when the year did this happen?
1990.
I think I was like 1 or 2 when this happened.
I think it happened did this happen in 1994?
Yeah, I might have been just born that year.
Your daddy had just spit you out.
But
you a late swimmer. Took you a long time to get here.
But yeah, this was me at my age, I've watched this at least 30, 40 times in my own self. So I'm gonna play this clip of the reaction to the OJ trial.
If the sticky glove don't fit, you must
get wet.
Mrs. Robinson. Superior Court of California, County of Los Angeles.
The black man had his fingers crossed, like,
praying,
Lord,
please let him win. I want to spit in these crackers' face, please.
Let us get 2 bodies.
2 bodies. Drop 2 of them.
In the matter of the people of the state of California.
Look, they praying, holding hands.
James Simpson, case number BA097211.
Look at the black. See,
hold on.
See, this right here
Uncle said, "Is every sperm a soul?" Well, if every sperm is a soul, a lot of them got wasted.
A lot of souls get wasted. A lot of souls get wasted.
We talking about 50 million. After the aborted 50 million, you talking about another billion,
trillion. Honestly, it's over. It's bad at that. But yeah.
We, the jury, in the above entitled action, find the defendant Orenthal James Simpson not guilty of.
Oh shit! The black people jumping for joy. There is a God.
Look at Uncle giving the clap. Hey, niggas was celebrating like it was a Super Bowl.
If the cocaine didn't,
look at white people.
It must have quit.
Look at white people in complete disgust. Look at, and you know what really made him mad? He did the smirk. When he got found not guilty, he did a little smirk. Oh, I know they was mad. Woo. I am happy to say this. I got to have this moment. I don't think you got a chance to have this moment.
At what moment?
To see the reaction when something like this happened. I got to see that reaction with Obama in school.
Oh.
When the teacher won, when Obama won in 2008, I remember like it was yesterday. I remember that night, Obama get in office. I ain't gonna say no names. So it was some people saying, I sure hope Obama win. I want my Medicaid.
Don't fuck with my... Shout out to Shantae.
What up?
I was at school and they wheeled out the TV for you to watch the verdict live. Crazy white kids were mad. Were mad uncomfortable. Peace, fam.
Oh, peace, Shantae.
Uncle, you know all sperm don't go to heaven.
Let me tell you something. When Obama won in 2008, the night that it happened, I ain't gonna lie, I thought Obama cheated. This was me young. The numbers show one thing, but then literally we looked away from the TV and came back. And it was a totally different number. Now, it might have just been an update. I was young. I didn't know nothing about this stuff. But anyway, when they won, everybody, black people was, thank God, boy. I sure hope he help black people. And I went to school the next morning. And my teacher name was Mr. Standback. He was an old school, funny black man. And he was smiling, trash. He was smiling ear to ear. And there was this Mexican chick in our class. And she was mad. We was in there like, oh shit, we got a black president. And she was in there just sitting down in her chair, quiet. And we were like, what's wrong with you? She was like, my parents, and we didn't want him to win. And Mr. Standback got her face and put his hands in his pocket and said, that's tough, you know. He said, that's unfortunate.
Well, fast forward to 2012.
Yeah, who the real
black
losers?
people wanted his ass out.
Who the real winners then? But yeah, that was
never
funny
got his ass in there.
I saw the reaction firsthand of white and Hispanic. The Mexicans and the whites did not want him in. It was all, you know.
Yeah,
flustered.
I was up here when Obama. I had already moved up here.
Did you see any reaction?
Well, at that time I was working, and you know they say all black people look alike. They were making Obama references to.
Oh, saying you like Obama?
And I was placating into it because the staff was, because in Seattle it's a lot of Asian people here, so most of my coworkers were Asian. Yeah. And I had one black American girl, and she was a token Negro.
Oh, she was a true token.
And here go a black black man coming in, and she's like, oh shit.
You trying to take her spot? Yeah.
I took a spot.
Oh shit. See?
Obama is a tether.
But yeah, the verdict came down. It led to a lot of backlash. But then we're gonna get into. I know a lot of people had this whole.
You was
back
a
and
token
forth.
too, Travis.
I know.
I wasn't a token.
I know a lot of people had this whole back and forth on ditto. You know, we happy he got off because, you know, F white people, but he really did it. Travis, I don't think he did it.
No, he didn't do it.
He didn't do it. And we're gonna go over it a little bit today. I want to show this right here because a lot of these white people and even the black people are constantly posting this article right here as proof.
No, what really made me mad is that Marc Lamont Hill.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get to his ass too. But they keep showing this article right here to prove that he was guilty. They said Oj Simpson juror, not guilty verdict was payback for Rodney King. They're trying to make it seem like, this is from 2016, they're trying to make it seem like the reason why the jury found him not guilty is just because of Rodney King. Saying that jury Carrie Best tells OJ Made in America that she was among 90% of jurors seeking payback. So now they're trying to say that, they're trying to spread this narrative that he was guilty.
And I don't like that.
But they just simply want to get back for Rodney King.
I don't like that narrative.
I don't either.
Because it's like,
it distorts
you're saying,
the facts.
well, I really believe he was guilty, but it was payback. It's like, no, there was evidence that was not pointing to the man being guilty.
Like the fact that, this thing with for a second, this is Oj Simpson. This is a football player. This is a very strong athletic man, right?
Even though this was a storyline.
It was a storyline, definitely.
Probably weird and scripted.
So you expect me to believe that Oj Simpson arrives at the home, kills a woman, okay, and a grown adult male. This is a grown man fighting for his life. Do you know how much strength people gain when they're in real fear? That testosterone and that adrenaline kick in? You really expect me to believe that he don't have no scratches, no bruises?
Yeah, and they said he stripped down in the police department.
There's pictures. He completely stripped, no bruises. How the hell do you expect me to believe a grown man allowed this man to kill him with no bruises on him? You think Oj Simpson some type of secret spy that can sneak up on? No. And they said it was a bloodbath. So if it's that much blood, why did you find a couple drips of blood on the car? And now we know that the officer or the person, one of the officers involved was a complete racist who was digging in and messing with the evidence. Like, come on, man. It's just, it don't make sense.
I look at the OJ case, I got to admit, the whole case got me emotionally disturbed. I really don't know what to think. When I first started watching the trial about a year ago, the first thing I saw was the opening statement of the prosecution. When Marshall Clark finished listing all the evidence they had against OJ, I said, OJ did it. They may as well lock him up right now. I don't even know why they're going on with a trial, all that evidence. But I kept on watching till smooth Johnny Cochran got up and started breaking it down. Johnny Cochran got a point. They got too much evidence against OJ. Nobody could have been that damn stupid. And even if it was, no one man, even if it was, could have been that stupid. And even if it was, no one man could have made all them mistakes? How could one man drop one bloody glove at the crime scene, take the matching bloody glove to his own house, drip blood all up and down Rockingham Boulevard, blood in the bushes, blood in the grass, left his hat on top of one of
he
the
said it
bodies,
again.
blood on the fence,
If the glove don't
blood
fit,
on the outside of the Bronco, blood
fit, he must have
inside the
quit.
Bronco.
So you get the point. That was the reaction. They were like, nigga, we ain't trying to hear none of that. He ain't guilty.
You damn right.
You gonna see what the people had to say.
She was on cold. Hell yeah. Look at her. She was standing on racial, business. OJ didn't do it. Glenn Rogers did it. Google it. While his two children were upstairs, if the glove don't fit, you must have quit.
Exactly. You told me to believe he did it while the kids was upstairs.
I tried to hire Johnny when cops killed my brother. RRP, the legend.
Condolence. Now, snap. Breaking news. Iran is shooting missiles at Israel.
Oh, shit.
It's popping off.
That's Russia and the United States pretty much.
We'll get that later. So White House expresses condolences to Oj Simpson. Hold on.
Now, Ray Lewis, that's another.
All right, good. We should be good now. It was choppy a little bit.
Choppy.
All right. So now they also mad with the White House because they sent out a condolences. They sent out
did that.
They mad with the White House because the White House sent out a condolences to Oj Simpson's
Why
family.
not? They do it everybody else.
But they were saying, oh, no, you see, the White House, they definitely support criminals. And all. They said they support criminals. But, yeah, I agree with him about that. I don't know about Ray Lewis. I agree. And now Ray Lewis, on the other hand, Ray Lewis, the NFL linebacker, you know him, don't you? Yeah, Ray Lewis is a little different. I don't know about Ray Lewis, I'm be honest. But Oj Simpson leaves behind a staggering net worth. Here's who stands to inherit his fortune. The biggest thing that's coming from the death of Oj Simpson is that the family of the man that was killed in the situation is still looking to get money from Oj Simpson.
That's crazy. How do you win a civil suit?
Yeah, so Oj was found not guilty, but then he lost a civil trial for saying that he was the reason for the deaths. And I don't understand that.
How was he the reason for the deaths? They're trying to say if he didn't do it, he hired somebody to do it?
I don't know. They still basically he was found guilty of murder on the civil side, and he had to pay $30 million.
So let's find a way to get this black man's money.
Yeah, so now he apparently owes over $100 million because of the initial amount.
You'll never get it.
The initial amount was 38, but obviously he ain't paying it over time, and over time it increases. So it's $100 million now.
Oh, Uncle said he hired Glenn Rogers.
I don't think so at all. I'm trying to find the guy's name. What's his name? Ron Goldman, his friend. Ron Goldman's I think it's his brother or something like that. I'm not Ron Goldman's brother. The Goldman dude said that he wants the money. He's gonna go after the family, even the kids. And it's funny because he has kids with.
He does have kids with Nicole.
Too. So them too.
So they got a pony up the dough too.
They got to pay for it too. Then I guess. But then we're gonna get to this right here.
Oh, Marc Lamont Hill.
Marc Lamont Hill. Hold on, let me.
Spewing the same thing once again. He's guilty. But his acquittal was necessary.
Marc Lamont Hill says Oj Simpson killed 2 people in cold blood, but his acquittal was necessary in racist legal system.
So he's guilty.
Yeah. So he's another one of these people that believe he was guilty, but they should have let him off because
some
racist things going on. But here's the crazy part. This is what Marc Lamont Hill had to say about John McCain, sending your love and healing. So when John McCain died, you had
3 hearts.
hearts and emoji. You had sympathy. You had empathy.
Was he sending it to John McCain or was he sending a message to Meghan McCain?
Sending you love and healing. He's talking to her about her father passing.
Yeah, that's a BBW right there.
Look at this one. Nancy Reagan died. Sending condolences to the Reagan family. Reagan!
Was he, once again, we know Reagan was the one that, put the drugs in the black community. But, hey, was he talking? Was he really talking to Nancy? Because, it's rumors that about Nancy being
was
able
in the parking lots giving that throat goat. I mean, that goat throat. I mean, it is what it is.
She better than Kamala. That's the word on the street.
The word on the street is she was a super...
There ain't no prints in her neck.
She was the real superhead, apparently.
Tonsils, everything gone. Every fucking thing gone out of that throat. Ain't no bones.
So, I mean, maybe he got a chance to meet old Nancy. I don't know. Hold on.
Mark wanted to know.
All right, let's go ahead. I'm going to play this video of what he had to say about OJ right now.
I don't share a belief in his innocence. There's a difference between being factually innocent and being legally not guilty. Oj Simpson was legally not guilty. Oj Simpson should not have been found guilty. You know why? Because there was a police officer, a racist police officer. It's really that simple. A racist police officer.
All right. So he had to say, now I want to show.
He said he was a monster, not a martyr.
I will say, I won't call OJ Simpson a martyr either. I wouldn't call him a quote unquote supporter or somebody who uplifted the black community. He was a man who was out for himself, which is his right. He's out for himself. And it is what it is. But I want to show and remind people who O.J. Simpson was and how much white America loved him before this trial. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Shante speaking in code. Marc Lamont Hill must have had a white molester.
I'm going to show y'all who.
I did good.
This is the O.J. Simpson that white America loved.
A bullet bag.
OJ was seen as very good at slapstick comedy. So this is what he was known. He was doing his movies.
He was successful at making a transition from being an NFL player to doing movies. Very successful at that.
As you can see, they don't want to show this.
You promise that you will not.
This is the side right here. Now, everybody get into this. O.J. Simpson, like Travis said earlier, was clearly a programmed MK Ultra to us.
They all play role. They all have live scripted lives.
Exactly. He was clearly an antagonizer, especially after the trial. Yeah. He was everything he said at that point was meant to piss them off. He constantly did it. He would just do. Why would you write a book called "If I Killed Her"? I didn't kill my wife. If I did,
I believe because white America loved him, and then they turned on him.
Exactly.
So in that manner, he displayed rancor towards them.
Exactly. Why would you say something like that? Just look how flippant he was.
So if you promise that you will not ask me another question about the case,
I will never ask you again.
We won't have to talk about it anymore.
Just did you do it?
No, I didn't. Nope. Not do it.
After we finished filming, OJ said to me that he had a surprise for me, and I genuinely was surprised. I think it was his idea of a joke, and this is it.
I mean, he was acquitted, so he's like, this is what you really want me to do.
OJ was a troll.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy. I know they was hot.
Look at Uncle.
Oh, no, it was funny as hell. I'm sorry.
White, Peckerwood white.
Now I want to show this right. This was his last interview he did. I'm pretty sure this was his last interview. He did it on Is What It Is with Cameron and Mace. This was his last interview and what he had to say. Listen to what he said.
Yeah.
He constantly was trolling them. Listen.
Shaq said men shouldn't open up to women because they'll use it against them. He said whenever something go down, they're going to throw it back in your face. Do y'all agree? OJ first.
OJ first.
When you say open up to women, I don't know what he's talking about. Is he talking about confessing? No, man, don't confess. No, I think you're right. Don't say nothing. It was your line.
Take it to the grave.
So leave me out of the confession.
Oh, no confession.
Don't be like Usher.
Y'all got to leave me out of this.
All these episodes. Yeah, don't say that.
All right.
Singing like a canary.
Yeah. Now, I remember people were speculating that on his deathbed, because he had all his children there, they speculated that he confessed to them on his deathbed. I wonder.
Confess what?
If he did it. I'm not saying I wondered that. They were asking that question. Did he confess? Because TMZ was trying to get the scoop. Then they started coming out with his rumor that he had his family signed NDAs and shit. All right. I guess we got to believe this bullshit. All right. Oj Simpson's former manager, Norman Pardo, says he wanted his life to end a long time ago. Oj Simpson wanted his life to end a long time ago. His former manager, Norman Pardo, tells the Touch exclusive just hours after the news and his death broke on Thursday, April 11th. It's a sad day, but at the same time, it's probably better than where he's at, because now he can rest in peace. He was sick for a long time. Norman explains OJ, who died of prostate cancer at the age of 76 on Wednesday, April 10th. He worked with OJ for more than 2 decades. Let me ask this question too, and it's kind of getting ignored, the fact that he died from prostate cancer. I don't know if this is true. I didn't search this up, but apparently black people are tops in all deaths related to cancer.
You trying to say they did something to him?
No. I'm saying, why do black people seemingly, bless you, why do black people seemingly,
allergy season,
why do black people seemingly be, how are they so infected with cancer? Is it a diet? This
Diets.
This is what they talked about.
Have you seen them?
This is when they talk about environmental racism. What you have access to as far as food, grocery store. We talked about the food deserts and stuff. Do you think it has a
Not all black people are in those places.
I know. I'm pretty sure
Some
those are the
black
main
people
people
are
being
near
impacted.
places that have healthy food. I see them.
You don't think OJ ate healthy foods?
Of course.
So
I'm just saying. Well, that's so. If that's the case, then we know that he had access to healthier food, so it necessarily wasn't his diet.
I didn't say just diet.
Because I see people that are in healthy foods still getting cakes.
What you mean?
Boxes of cakes and chips.
They're
Little
on healthy
Debbie's.
food. What do you mean?
They still getting unhealthy foods. I see no fruits.
Who
No
you talking
fresh
about?
veggies.
Who you talking about?
I don't even see canned, frozen. Stay black. So when the caucus is always done with you, you can come home. Shout out to Ariel89. That's a lie. Scientists tell, but Maury Povich says that's a lie because shit and stacks can be manipulated.
That's why I said
Gina.
That's why I said this is what they're saying now. I don't know if it's all true.
We are proving they lie.
What up,
Shalom,
Ashley?
everyone. Alcohol use during drug use can lead to cancer.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is suggest to people, and the rest is history. Someone pointed out to me that the defense team is dead now that all the prosecuting teams are alive and thriving, allegedly.
I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe they all died of cancer. But anyway. I already talked about that. We ain't got to
Is
play
that
it.
Tupac, mama?
No, that's the woman who said that.
Oh, I'm just.
Now let's get into Miss Nicole for a quick second. It's not gonna be long.
Cancer can be caused by many ways outside of food. All you have to do is just go outside in this country. Damn.
Yeah.
Yes, a form of cancer. Good point, brilliantly.
All right, Nicole Simpson was described. This is Mike Baggs on Twitter. He had this to say. This is his opinion. He said Nicole Simpson was described by her friends as a reckless drug addict who frequently associated with dangerous members of the Mexican drug cartel who fed her drugs. Nicole is most known for inventing the Brentwood Hello, which involved providing sexual favors to random men.
Oh.
Now, the man she was associated with was considered, the restaurant that it was frequenting was considered to be a place that a lot of gangsters or mobsters were going to. So it's assumed that this was not just some random killing, that this was actually a hit by the mob. So I've heard that before, that the mafia is the one who took her out because she owed money for a debt. Not just her, but the guy she was with. They owed money or some other stuff happened for drugs. I've also heard this one right here, which is that the son, Jason, is the one who killed him. Now, Oj Simpson conspiracy theory that would change everything. Now, this conspiracy theory, like I said, is based around his son is the one who did it. He simply took the blame, allowed himself to be the one who was blamed for it. See here, Oj Simpson went from one of America's most beloved football stars in the 70s to a suspected murderer in the mid-90s. In June 1994, Simpson's ex-wife Nicole Brown and her friend Ron Goldman were found stabbed to death outside the steps in the Brentwood condo. The case infatuated Americans, and the criminal trial later became known as the trial of the century. His acquittal in 1995, led by his dream team of lawyers, racially divided American opinions. Per CNN, people were split on whether he actually killed his ex-wife, and Goldman is in a fit of rage. And others believe he was completely innocent. While he walked free from the criminal case against him, the court did not find him liable for the murders. They did find him liable for the murders in a civil case, reported ABC News. Simpson later wrote in a controversial book titled If I Did, which was foiled by the Goldman family, who were awarded the rights and filed that the book with their perspective who filled the book with their perspective. Since then, however, no other suspects have been considered. So who actually did it? The son. This right here. So the case against the son doing it. Jason Simpson was probably the murderer. Robert Shapiro, you know who that is.
That's a Jew.
That's a tiny hat.
That's a tiny.
Yeah, lawyer in the Dream Team defense of Oj Simpson in an interview said legal justice was done, but more justice is something that he doesn't discuss even with his wife. Here I feel legal justice refers to Oj not being the murderer, and more justice being him not being able to disclose the truth about Jason doing it. This is somebody else's opinion, by the way. DNA evidence on the murder spot was matched with Oj will match with Jason too, as he is Oj's son. Navy Kit cap was found at the murder site, which Jason regularly wore, and Oj was never seen with it. Also, after the trial, Jason started wearing gray knit caps. He would have worn the Navy one if he had it right, as he wore that several years. It also contained animal hair. Jason had a dog, and Oj didn't own a pet. Knives used for the murder match, those found in Jason's storage room, he used them daily as he was working as a chef. All the ones Oj kept or had were completely different. Jason was trained in hand-to-hand combat with knife while attending Army and Navy Academy. Let me go on. He was charged for nearly killing his girlfriend with a knife. He had mental disorder health records. At the time of the murders, he was on probation assaulting his boss with a knife. Investigators found blood and skin under Nicole's fingernails, which didn't match with Oj. Ron Gomez's knuckles were bruised. Tried to fight off the murderer, but Oj voluntarily stripped at the LAPD, and there were no marks. So his knuckles were bruised, but Oj ain't got no marks. So he clearly hit somebody.
Yeah.
Jason wrote in his diary that he was a year of knife, that it was the year of knife, and he has solved the problems with the knife. Oj wrote a book about the hypothetical situation where he committed a crime. Now no criminal would risk so much, except if he has ulterior motives, like saving his son from the eyes of public prosecutors. Oj hired top criminal lawyer Carl Jones, even though he wasn't a suspect in the case. What you thinking?
Just seems to
fit too much.
It fit too much.
So you don't think it's the son either?
No.
So you think it was Oj, or
I don't think it was Oj.
Think it was a mob hit?
It might have been a mob hit
or a random killing.
How many cops got off for kneeling us? How many companies had slaves die in the field and are still in business today? Some white guy admitted to doing it on a documentary and no one cares.
Yeah, I heard of a serial killer admitting that he did it. Yeah.
Glenn Rogers. Civil cases are 100% monetary based. An example of a higher level would be blacks seeking reparations.
Yeah.
How many black youths die and nobody pulled all these what really happened theories together?
Yeah. So,
Pastor Pastor.
Yeah, we're gonna get to him. The OJ trial will forever be a mystery, I guess.
Yep. Took it to the grave.
It's meant to be a constant thing that sit there as a thorn in the side of this country to, push more anger. Although it's always going to be there. It's
never going anywhere.
Ancient hatred. They're always going to hate you. The whole world's going to hate you. It's ancient. They don't even know why they hate you. It's subconscious. They don't even know why. It's genetic. It literally passed down through generations.
Black.
Because they know who you are, even if they don't know who you are. But anyway, before we get to that, let's go ahead and go to this right here. We finally watched that. I finally got caught up with the Pastor Dow situation. Regina.
She didn't really want to go into depth.
Pastor Dow, I know him from YouTube, but he's a pastor over the Straightway Faith Church. I guess you call him a Hebrew Christian, kind of.
Yeah.
He believed in being set apart. He had his own land where they build homes, and he invite families to come on and be, quote unquote, set apart from the rest of the world.
Yeah, I think that's what Pastor Derby was doing.
Yeah, he was doing something similar.
But he had a wife and kids.
This is the biggest thing.
And he wasn't walking around in tight T-shirts.
The fact that he's an older man, you could tell he's military. You could tell he was in military. He stays in shape. He has resources. Why are you bringing he's not, if I'm not mistaken, they say he's not single. But he believe, I don't know if he believe in, I try to find.
Oh, he believe in having multiple wives?
I didn't look through his videos and see his perspective because I didn't feel like watching all those videos. So I'm not going to say anything about his beliefs on marriage or nothing. I'm not going to say he was or wasn't married because I don't know.
Oh, you don't want to see him in passing.
Try to play me like I'm scared of the damn pastor.
Yeah.
So apparently he's accused of adultery. So apparently he invited a man and his family onto the land. They were there for a while. He got a little too cozy with his wife, but apparently according to Pastor Dow, the reason why this man was banished from the land and told not to come back is because he was abusive somehow. I don't know if it's physical or just verbally. The husband was banned from the land, and now because he was gone or he abandoned his family, as he say, he had to take her and the kids underneath him, which led to him now being with her. That's adultery. That's literally what King David did to the woman in the washing in the tub. Remember that? Was it David?
Yeah, you talking about Bathsheba?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what King David did. He took the man's wife and then sent him to war.
But she wasn't with a Hebrew
Israelite
man.
It
she
don't
was
matter.
with
That's adultery.
a Hittite.
He took the man's wife and sent him to war to die.
She was a Hebrew.
It don't matter.
I mean, they're married. It was
now you sound like
Bathsheba
Pastor
was a
Dow.
Hebrew woman, and the man she with was with a Hittite. So
it's funny you said it because Pastor Dow apparently don't believe in the quote unquote worldly way of marriage. So he don't respect those contracts or these papers. He don't respect that.
So he believed that sex.
I don't know if he believes sex is marriage, but he don't care about that being considered the marriage. He don't believe in that.
Well, she's
now you sound like King David.
She's supposed to be a virgin when you consummate the marriage. So,
and this comes into the mindset when you see. This is why I say
he got the chopper. He got that chopper in the back.
Exactly, and that's why he never get away with some of the stuff he do. As the dude said, he likes to put videos up showing weapons to let you know
he about that action.
He about that action.
He'll pop you.
So you try to come on my land, I will shoot you. But anyway, this is why I say when you talk about these stories of these pastors and they have this flock, they're sheep that follow them. And I'm not saying sheep as in a negative connotation. I'm talking about the way the Bible uses it. You know, he's a shepherd over his sheep. Some people are not built for that position because they become infatuated with the power and they get the king's disease. They start to believe everything is theirs and they can do what they want. They make all the decisions. They start to emasculate all the men around them. It's like the lion when he walks into the room, the king, the number one lion, when he walks into the room, the other lions, they know to get up out of here. Got to go.
Or they come together and take his ass down.
Try to take him out. One of the two. So I think a lot of times these people have this.
Especially brother lions.
Yeah, they get the king's disease. And
he probably a Mason.
I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. But this is what he had to say. I'm not going to play the whole thing. I'm just going to play the first couple minutes. And he kind of goes around the topic. He never really goes on head first.
He looked like T.D. Jakes Jr. Power bottom the second. He don't like T.D. Jakes.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Citizens of YouTube, Pastor Dow here. So, yesterday, let me see.
Yesterday.
I've been pretty busy. I just got back from Georgia last week. preparing the home, getting the home ready for a widow and her 3 children. And I come back to Tennessee, did a little bit, and I had to take off. And of course, I just got back from Cincinnati, Ohio yesterday. So while I was on, well, in this case, on the plane, from Nashville to Atlanta, Cincinnati, I pulled up, I go, woo-wee, look at the firestorm that's going on up here. Man, I've seen all these videos, and every one of them got Pastor Dow at the front of it. Pastor Dow adulterer, Pastor Dow this, Pastor Dow that, Pastor, and then they bring up a video from, 10, 12 years ago, about some whoremonger, a whoremonger by the name of Gonzalez that, and you got to understand, y'all got to listen to this. No matter, this is how it works. No matter what anybody says, and first of all, let me state this. Let me give a disclaimer coming off from the beginning. Number one, I'm not trying to appease none of you out there. You can believe what you want to believe. Everybody knows.
Unfamiliar, respectfully.
Well, he's not obscure. He's a pretty large platform, but he's not as big as some of the people that I know. But I know of him.
Knows how the internet work. Don't y'all know how the internet work? Don't y'all know when people say that they're content creators, that's exactly what they are. Do you think they give a damn about anything but content creating?
So I just want to play that part, because I'm not going to go into this whole situation where he didn't really address anything. He started with, they lying, they just want content, yada. And I just want to say, is there a chance that anybody righteous will actually do this? Now, I'm not accusing him of anything. I'm not bearing false witness. I don't know what he actually is guilty of or not. I have no opinion or whether or not he's guilty or not. When you talk about the black community, can we think of anybody in a leadership position alive right now who we would consider righteous?
Alive or dead?
Just alive right now.
No sound. Rosie Mae smiles.
So, I mean, I can't name any either.
No, none.
And as it says, the gates thereof languish. You have no leadership. None. Yeah, he'd laugh.
Rosie Mae was like,
or just say, move on, nigga. But also his the Straightway had a little kerfuffle a couple years ago. When somebody who joined that ministry,
he called that man Beetlejuice.
It had a little bit of a problem a few years ago in 2020. When
hold on, give Rosie her shout out. Give her her clap.
I'm sorry. What up, Rosie?
Don't do Rosie like that. Claude Anderson.
That's a good one. Would you consider Claude Anderson righteous?
I'm gonna leave it alone.
No, say it.
No.
What has he said or done that wasn't righteous?
Huh?
What has he said or done that wasn't righteous? I'm not talking about what he put into practice. I mean, is what he said what he believes? Is what I'm saying.
Yes, I believe what he said is what he believes.
So that would be righteous. It's not about whether you agree with it or not.
Okay, we can give him that.
Look at you trying to find a way.
I'm not trying to find a way. I'm just telling you.
All right, let's move on. Speaking of another pastor, because Travis don't want to go into the white pastor up in Seattle, because he said, we don't care about them crackers. We don't need to talk about these stories. So I'm going to say this. This was a story that happened. A deadly shooting after Easter service stemmed from love triangle. Police say the shooter admitted that he was in a relationship with the victim's ex-wife prior to their divorce. So a man killed the pastor's son while he was, after he admitted after he killed him that he was also having an affair with the pastor's son's wife. So he killed him in a love triangle.
Love triangles can be deadly.
Very deadly. That's why you're not supposed to. Well, it's funny enough that he's not the one that killed the other man. The man killed him.
Yeah.
So he might not even known.
And it was intentional because he left the scene running and he was following him and shot him down. So he wanted to kill him. It wasn't like it was intimidation or any of that. It was like, I want to get you out of the picture, eliminate you so that I don't have to deal with you no more.
Keep in mind, this is his ex-wife now. So this ain't got, you ain't even have to, this is his ex-wife now. You were dealing with her while we were married. We're divorced now. And you still come and kill me. A man is dead. Another man is behind bars after an argument stemming from a love triangle turned violent near a Dallas church on Easter Sunday. According to the Dallas Police Department, 30-year-old Joshua Andrews is charged with murder and the shooting death of 31-year-old Denzel Branch. The fatal shooting happened on Sunday, March 31st at around 3:25. Dallas police said officers responded to the scenes after getting reports of a shooting in the area, when police arrived on the scene, they found Branch suffering from a gunshot wound. Branch was rushed to the local hospital where he later died from his injuries. According to the arrest affidavit, the witness told police Andrew and the victim had attended Easter service in New Generation Church on 56th Street. Witnesses claim both men had close ties with New Generation Church. They said Branch served as a youth minister. Andrews is the son of the lead pastor and founder of the New Generational Church.
And also the victim hit him first. He stole off first.
So you got to shoot him? What happened?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
I know you're not saying that, but take an ass whooping.
Maybe the hit was so strong he was like, I ain't gonna be able to do nothing.
I can't take this one.
This is what I got to deal with for going forward.
Hell no, I can't take a L. But that's the problem. Pride.
Like for Friday, you win some,
you lose some.
You lose some, but you live.
You look at your man with a gun in your hand, don't you?
You live to fight another day.
But he didn't want.
They don't want to live to fight another day.
They want to.
They like, I want to end this. I don't want to have this threat, this op.
Yeah,
out here.
They don't want to have the threat at all around them ever again. But it is what it is. Unfortunate story.
It's very unfortunate.
Now you in prison, he dead, and she out with somebody.
She out with somebody new.
She got a new man.
It's somebody else in the church that had a high on it. So
yeah, so you gain nothing out of this, but it is what it is.
Life goes on.
Duke ends full ride scholarship program for select black students in wake of affirmative action ruling.
Well, the tiny-eyed people are happy, I'm sure.
You know what else happened? You know what else they didn't touch? The legacy admissions that started during Jim Crow. So there's some Caucasian student at that school whose great-great-great-grandfather or grandmother went to this school during Jim Crow, which we know what that's about. And the reason why they're able to go there now through legacy admissions is because of that era.
And that's what the agents should have been going after.
Exactly.
Legacy entries, non-affirmative action. But they so smart, but they so fucking dumb. Got Kenyans out here taking tests for them.
Duke is discontinuing its Memorial Scholarship Program, a program for top applicants of African descent, in the wake of last year's Supreme Court decision that ended race-based affirmative action in college admissions. The announcement comes amidst a national trend with the number of student universities ending their own race-based scholarship program in response to the Supreme Court ruling. So, it is what it is. It's starting, people. Anyway.
It's a push to get y'all to come and stop relying on affirmative action.
You mean going to HBCU?
Exactly. Some niggas would die before they go to HBCU.
Listen, every chance they get, they kicking the HBCU back in.
Or you have people on the committee trying to recruit other different ethnicities.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's too many.
There's too many of y'all here. I need a variety.
Yeah, it's crazy. All right. I Can't Breathe. Body cameras shed new light on in custody death at Dallas Hospital. And I'm gonna start with this. When the last time we talked about a case of a black person dying in custody or with a police officer or being shot or something? When the last time one went national?
Well, it always starts around this time of the year.
Election year.
Well, just in general.
But I'm
it
saying,
always starts this time of the year.
The last time we talked about one was like last year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So now immediately two come out now.
Spring all the way up until through summertime, you'll be getting these stories.
And as I always say, they only report on stuff they want you to know. So when you see all these publications publishing local stories nationally, that means they want you to see it and they want you to react.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. So we don't even have to go too deep into the story. It's kind of a repeat of what we've seen constantly. But I'll play the video of this. Hold on.
Better idea of what happened after a man died in police custody at a hospital in Dallas.
This incident happened almost a year and a half ago, but the new developments are now fueling his family's quest for justice.
See, now it happened a year and a half ago, but they're making it a story now. Mm-hmm. It's always a reason.
NBC5's Alana Quillen is live outside of UT Southwestern Medical Center where this all happened. With more on that, Alana, good morning.
Good morning. Well, the medical examiner ruled Kenneth Knott's death a homicide in this case, but no officers have been charged. Now his family has filed a civil rights lawsuit against the UT system, and they just got this video this week to move this case forward. In the video, it shows Knott's in handcuffs in the hospital room at UT Southwestern, where he was taken during a mental health crisis by Wilmer police in November 2022. That's according to his family's attorney. Knott's takes a sip of water before police return him to the gurney. He begins struggling with officers and is placed face down on the bed. That struggle continues, and at one point, Knott says he cannot breathe. Minutes later, he's seen lying motionless on the edge of the gurney. When he's turned over, medical staff try to revive him. The Dallas County Medical Examiner determined the death was a homicide and that Knott's had a cardiac arrest associated with physical restraint and semi-prone position. But family attorney Jeff Henley says this was the result of being wedged against the bed.
By the time someone says, check his pulse, he doesn't have a pulse, I mean, he's been dead for quite some time. Jocelyn Knotts, there's not a day that goes by that she doesn't think about, her son. And we know that when they see this, they're going to be just stricken.
So, what do you think? Unfortunate story.
Unfortunate story.
Hopefully they don't continue to try to use these stories for political reasons.
That's why. Same salad, different dressing, unfortunately. A rinse, wash, repeat, unfortunately. They always happen, though.
Yeah,
this could have been any of us.
It could have.
Why didn't they just sedate him? I mean, why do they keep?
Well, I don't think that police officers are allowed to do that, because if they sedate him and he
overdoses and something happens and they're held liable.
Okay. That's what happened with the. That's what happened
with the other case
with the
EMT.
Yeah, EMT
that was charged.
It was charged because they gave him too much.
Well, that's what they're gonna do with, I think, with them.
What do you mean? You gonna charge the?
Aren't they?
Hospital?
They're not charging. The police officer. They're charging the hospital.
Police officers are the ones that hold them down.
Oh, I thought in the article they said they were gonna charge the.
Well, they were in the room too, so yeah, they probably charged them with something.
Their federal civil rights lawsuit against the UT system.
Oh, okay. When they were there too.
This can happen to you any day, anytime. If they pull you over, it could go left.
Speaking of that, and it could be anybody. So this,
I have a with this story.
I know you would. I do too.
It obviously brought back Trayvon, not Trayvon Martin, the other one. It happened in this. Where did this happen? Ohio. It wasn't Trayvon Martin where the little boy had the gun. He had the toy gun. He was what, 9?
Yeah, he was 9. They said he was 18. Yeah.
If y'all can recount who that was, I forgot.
But Ohio police released body camera video of officer shooting 15-year-old boy who family says had toy gun. The video shows Officer Ryan Westlake speaking to Tavon Kuntz Williams through his car window, seconds later firing his weapon toward the teen whose arms were raised. It's the same exact story.
Yeah.
It's the same exact story that happened in Ohio with the 9-year-old boy or the 12-year-old boy, I can't remember, where he had a toy gun and the police just rolled up drive-by style and just started firing on him. So this story here, police in Akron, and it happened in Ohio again. Police in Akron, Ohio. Yeah, Ohio released video of officer. I think that was in Cleveland. Released video of an officer shooting a 15-year-old boy who was holding what his family says was a toy gun. Viral video shows the teenager was struck seconds after the officer offered him to put his hands up last week. He was shot in the wrist on April 1st in Akron by Officer Ryan Westlake, a 9-year department veteran who responded to a call about a person pointing a gun at houses. Akron police and it said the gun had been carrying was a, I don't even know what the hell that is. Hold on.
Facsimile.
Okay. I know that word. I didn't know. I just never seen it spelled out. Facsimile. Yeah. On Monday, the city of Akron released Westlake file revealing the history of disciplinary actions and use of force incidents. As the police department released a video of the interaction.
It's like a carbon copy.
Okay.
Of a gun.
So, what did you think about this one?
Be
honest.
I don't know why parents are still allowing their kids to walk around with toy guns, especially the incident that happened years prior with the other little boy being shot.
It has to be said he's 15.
Yes, he's 15.
That's not adult at all. That's still a young child. That's a, what they call it? That's barely out of the preteen. Well, 15 is actually middle of the road.
And then he was coming from a funeral that his cousin had just died.
Yeah.
I think because he got shot.
Now, 15,
so you're coming from a funeral where your cousin.
This goes into the idea of influence of his surroundings. So he's walking around with a toy gun. Now, them saying that he's pointed at places, I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know. But 15, I don't know. 15 can be, it's different personalities. 15 can be just a 15-year-old who got a little BB toy gun. You know what I mean? And
it's always a neighbor that called and saw him, because the reason why the police officer came out was because a neighbor had called and said that they saw him pointing guns at houses. The 15-year-old said that the lawyer of the 15-year-old said he was not pointing guns at anybody or houses or anything. He was just simply playing with the toy gun.
Yeah. What is your?
Well, the officer has some bad history.
Yeah.
He's been disciplined several times. He used the slurs. The slurs that he used towards were not. I didn't give a fuck about the slurs that he chose to use towards the group he chose to use it towards. It wasn't. Well, they didn't point out whether it was black. They made sure it was the anti-gay slurs that he was
using.
Saying, but he had been disciplined several times for just being impulsive and doing things. I mean, he would get right back out and do the same thing. So if a police officer keeps showing you this type of behavior over and over, this is who he is.
Exactly. But I will say this. When you're in a line that's supposed to be a really dangerous line, you can never second guess. A lot of times they're told, even when you mess up, don't change, keep going forward, make sure you...
True.
Just so that you don't want to have a millisecond go by where you were hesitating and now something totally different happens. But you should be able to have more discernment and quick reaction to discern the situation.
And the thing is, when a little boy saw him, he immediately dropped the fake toy gun on the ground.
Yeah.
The facsimile. He had dropped it on the ground. The police officer said, "Put your hands up," and then he still proceeded to shoot him in the wrist. So he had to get a tourniquet.
Yeah.
To stop the blood from because he was bleeding a lot.
So now he was there. It happened to him. So now you're lying saying that he was pointing. If he's lying and saying he's pointing the gun.
Well, he never said he was pointing the gun at him.
No. When people say he's pointing the gun at houses and stuff.
Yeah, well, he immediately saw the officer. He dropped the toy gun on the ground.
That's unfortunate. It's still a stain.
But he didn't kill him.
He didn't. When he shot him in the wrist. Wait, did he put his hands up or not?
He had his hands up and he still shot him in the wrist. Like immediately after he told him to put his hands up.
Like he was trying to shoot the gun out of his hand.
A gun that didn't exist.
You think he's a Western shooter or something? He's doing quick draws or something?
It was on the ground, so. Was that also a weird way the 50-year-old chose to grieve, act out, protest his cousin's death? That could have been.
It could have been. Anger.
It's a free country. He didn't break any laws. He didn't break any laws, but we have to have discernment and go, we're in war right now. We've been in war for a very long time, so know thy enemy. Meaning you can't be out here walking around with toy guns knowing that they misidentifying 9-year-olds and you 15, so you're gonna be 30. If a 9-year-old looks like he's 18. 20, 18.
21, I think it was 21, 18, yeah. It's one of those things where I feel like a lot of black people still don't know they're at war.
We're at war.
They still don't get it. And it's not it's not your war where people are, putting on their fatigues and stomping around. It's strategic.
And it doesn't mean that
system
stuff is not going to happen. You can do everything you can to be careful.
And stuff still happens.
But that still means that you try your best to go without having to deal with law enforcement.
Like I said, there's really going to be a situation where you have a perfect victim. Like that dude out in California, the dude who was a youth teacher, who was teaching football, who called the cops because of a domestic dispute that 2 other people was having in the park, approached the cops trying to tell them the situation, and they shot him in the chest. He was the perfect victim. But, he was one of those people that was a very pro-cop person. So when it was time to, get stuff protested and all this stuff, people just kind of like, well, you love cops so much, if you get, it's unfortunate. All right.
But the cop should definitely be, he shouldn't have been suspended with pay. He should have just been terminated. There's no discussion.
Yeah, I agree. All right.
Dexter Reed. Shout out to Kiefer, who's not here today. I think, there was a group of bikes and dirt bikes
she might have been
riding past. I think she might have been on that, heading back to the woods. Right. Shout out to Kiefer.
Shout out to Kiefer. Dexter Reed, felon killed after he shot at police, received 20,000 PPP loans for his transportation business. Hey, man, how many of y'all gonna make sure y'all on the road on that hype train when the PPP loans come back?
I'm here just listening. Oh, see? Oh, I was mistaken. It wasn't you. I thought you were with your game.
But yeah, you gonna be on those PPP loans next round?
Hell no. I don't need no PPP loan.
Niggas trying to get locked up from that too.
I got good credit.
All right, so
without getting a PPP loan, I can get over 10 at the bank.
Dexter Reed, and felon who shot at Chicago police and was killed by return fire, received a $20,000 federal
just on the debit card
paycheck protection program loan in February, according to yada yada yada. So they talking about his financials with the story here, but the real story is, and this is what Keeper sent us.
Credit card
pulled over, but they don't know if he was pulled over for the actual reason the cops gave. There ended up being shots fired, and they're worried now there's going to be some protesting and stuff, obviously, because they killed a dude in a traffic stop. Let me show what they had to say.
You have been listening to Mayor Brandon Johnson and Cook County State's Attorney Kim Foxx speaking about the police-involved shooting that killed 26-year-old Dexter Reed. We have been following this breaking news all morning. The body cam video was just released this morning showing the deadly shooting during a traffic stop by Chicago police on March 21st of this year.
Fishy,
Let's get right to CBS 2's Chris Ty is in the newsroom. He's been combing through the footage. Chris?
Yeah, Jim, for the last 25 minutes, we've been listening to State's Attorney Kim Foxx, the head of COPA, the Civilian Office of Police Accountability, and Mayor Johnson talking about this incident from 19 days ago that led to the death of Dexter Reed over in Garfield Park. I want to play for you a moment of what happened in the seconds before the fatal shooting, which, as you watch this, think about two things. Number one, the purported reason for this police pullover was because of a seatbelt violation. It was 5 ununiformed officers from a tactical unit over in the 11th District who they say he fired first. That will be the central question moving forward. Did he fire first, and why was that group of 5 uniformed officers swarming on a vehicle in the middle of the day? Let's watch it, and we'll talk about it on the other side.
Roll the window down. What are you doing?
Roll this one down.
Roll that one down too. Hey, don't roll the window up. Don't roll the window up.
Okay.
Do not roll the window up. Unlock the doors now. Unlock the doors now. Unlock the doors now. Open the door now. Open the door now. Open the door now.
Gunshots was fired, and now they don't know they say they don't know who fired shots first.
True.
Knows this from a different angle. Again, the central question is who fired first. COPA says it was Mr. Reed. We are going to hear from Mr. Reed's family on that matter coming up at noontime today. They're holding a press conference. The state's attorney says by the end of this week, her office hopes to interview the officers involved. One of those 5 officers critically involved in all of this remains hospitalized. Mayor Johnson saying if not for the grace of God, that officer could have been killed if that bullet struck just a few inches away. Let's listen to.
What is your thoughts on this?
Set it off. Shout out to Honorable the Sienna.
What up?
She escalated the situation. Pathetically, women officers are extremely scary.
I will say in a lot of these videos, that's what happened with the dude in Minneapolis. Remember, she said she was trying to tase him, but she accidentally shot him.
No, that was in Oklahoma.
Oh yeah, Oklahoma. So women cops, they draw real quick.
So they shoot each other, Am I getting the story incorrectly?
Well, they're saying they don't. The cops are saying he shot first.
Okay, let's start from the.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so there's 5 police officers there. This is supposed to be a traffic stop.
Yeah.
In the middle of a neighborhood.
Yeah.
They're not in uniform, so they're trying to figure out why are there so many police officers there surrounding this car.
Not in uniform.
Not in uniform. That's the fishy situation.
Like y'all been tracking him, following him or something.
They shot each other. So another question is, why is he not willing to comply with them simply asking him to roll his window down?
Well, some people don't do that. How you say?
So why is it when
I don't comply?
What made him want to start shooting at the officers? Did he feel like his life was in jeopardy because all these ununiformed police officers are surrounding his vehicle? They're saying they're stopping him because he doesn't have his seatbelt on.
Yeah, I don't think cops driving around with no uniform on are stopping you for a seatbelt.
Is this worth pulling somebody over because they don't have their seatbelt on? When you just simply say, "Sir, you need to put your seatbelt on," and go on about your day? I mean, what world are we living in?
It's law. You got to do it.
Huh?
It's a law.
Oh no, it's the law. That's what I'm saying. When I say comply, I'm saying why wasn't he willing to comply and just roll his window down?
You think he was the first one to shoot?
It's a no live situation. This is the new style.
You think he was the one who shot first?
I don't know. It's making me say probably not, because the female officer was acting very aggressive.
Like they had a.
She was ready to pull. She was ready to shoot.
Like they was already juiced up.
She was already hostile.
Or it could just be her reaction to him when he was like, he rolled the window down initially. And then when she got closer and near, he immediately started rolling it back up.
Well, she never saw a gun because she never said, "Sir, you have a weapon." So we can't say that she saw a gun because she never, made it known that, "Sir, you have a weapon," or "Do you have a weapon?" I don't think he even had a gun. Maybe he didn't have a gun.
I don't know.
If anyone black in this situation, you packed out, call Jesus. Doesn't matter. Officers get the benefit of the doubt all the time. Uncle, I'm not
read it. I'm gonna.
Uncle, he had a BBC.
Oh,
why the fuck he
Roger?
There you go, Keeper.
Oh, home, Roger.
Oh my God.
Oh Lord. But yeah.
Well, no, he could have had, because that was a white female police officer. She would have wanted that to live.
There you go.
To explore it.
But I don't know. I agree with keeping her in there. And she sent the email. She said, "Don't get too emotional. She's talking about black people. You need to stop immediately."
Oh no, I try to analyze the situation before I put emotion into it.
Yeah.
Thank you, LOL. I'm just trying to see both sides. I mean, how would anybody feel having somebody? Nah, she was a lesbian. Lesbians have been turned.
But yeah, I don't know about this case. And it's video evidence. I don't know. I guess we'll have body camera footage from the other police officer's perspective and see if there was a weapon.
So it's the officer's word.
At this point, it's the officer's word.
Plays back into what brilliantly me said. They get the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's why I just simply say,
stay out of the way.
Stay out of the way. Comply. Do what you told.
Get away from him.
If you don't have if your weapon, and I'm not saying this because this does not have come out. I'm not putting any alleged things on this young man. He had the alleged weapon. They never said it wasn't registered or unregistered. They're giving no detail on it.
No, so far they haven't given any. They're giving the details about finances, but not the weapon.
Yeah, that was weird. No, they just wasn't going in on him. They were going in on the whole neighborhood, saying the neighborhood combined over 6,000 residents in that area have got over $130 million in PPP loans.
Shout out to the scammers.
Reparations.
Reparations. Get it how you live it.
You can tell from the video her demeanor was to shoot. It was. And she was going to get.
Yeah, he said
she was. Who's turning lesbian? I bet it was the ones who identify as men. Sticking my head.
But yeah, we'll see. This is one of those stories where you definitely say we need more information.
She showed up. We talk about the black woman.
Oh yeah,
she did this all the time.
Lord.
How does she know when to come in? Travis, they can still harm you even if you comply. Yes,
that's true.
They can still harm you when you comply. What I'm saying on code is you just try your best to not put yourself in a predicament where
this is not your king. This is not your rest. You're always under threat, so you got to move accordingly.
I keep
your head on the swivel, black man and black woman.
They like to fight though. The black woman, she ain't keeping her head on no swivel.
No, she been happy to. She has to as well.
She has to, but does she?
Yeah.
You black, but Travis white. I agree.
All right, let me play this.
Okay.
You got this story here. Very unfortunate story coming up. Hold on.
Travis will never feel the danger. All
right.
You know what? I could have said something real coonish, but I'm gonna let you live today.
I could have said something coonish.
I follow the laws of the land. This nigga called me a what did you call me? A teacher's pet? Somebody that bring the apple to the teacher?
A teacher's pet, yeah.
Yeah, that's what this nigga across from me did.
Yeah, because you snitched on. Anyway, we ain't gonna get on that. Go ahead. Let's see what
Talking about those PPP loans is to stop witnesses from coming forward.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's a good one.
Oh man, the danger. You think he white passing? Duke is alright.
Duke is alright. All right.
Wait a minute. How you don't have no smoke for this nigga getting to go home, Roger?
Well, that was for Kiefer. She told me to go.
It was for Kiefer for him though. See, this is the shit that I be talking about.
Excuse me. All right.
No smoke.
Mom threw 2 kids onto LA freeway, killing her infant, appeared agitated by impending eclipse. So there was a woman on social media who was a astrologist, content creator. She on the day of the eclipse was tweeting very erratic, saying that it was apocalypse and how we're in the end. It's unfortunate because
what the fuck? Race and background, Black American. Black American.
It's gonna say her name. I'll get to it. This right here was her last message on social media, on Twitter or X, before she committed the act. You see here, she said, wake up, the apocalypse is here. Everyone who has ears, listen. Your time to choose what you believe is now. If you believe the new world is possible for the people, retweet now. There's a power in choice. Repost to make your choice for the collective. And
most black women I know carry.
That last sentence is very eerie. What she said, there's a power in choice. Repost and make the choice for the collective. The whole idea of I'm gonna make a choice for you for the better of everybody else.
Yes.
So now we knowing what she did. It's very eerie that she said that. It says right here. Let me just scroll down. A woman who authorities say fatally stabbed her partner at a Los Angeles apartment Monday, then threw her 2 children in a moving SUV onto the freeway, killing her infant daughter, was an astrologer who called the impending solar eclipse the epitome of spiritual warfare in an online post days later. Los Angeles police believe Danielle Chikara Johnson, 34, posted on X as an astrology influencer and recording artist with the moniker Ayoka in days leading up to the violence, which began hours before the eclipse peaked in Southern California, said Lieutenant Guy Golan. I've been saying that these people, and this kind of goes with the idea we always bring up, where people have too many ideologies in their head and things start getting crossed, and
that's why for some people it's not good for them to study, to get involved in everything, because then they just started to melt it in one melting pot, and then it just gets confusing.
As the scriptures say, forever learning with no understanding. You're forever learning all this new stuff, and you're never coming to a true understanding of the truth.
Rosie May Smile says most black women I know carrying for missed child support payments.
Oh, you're gonna check the deadbeats.
You ain't gonna meet up with a baby daddy? Bitch, cree. A lot of us are into new age Satanism. I don't trust none of the stars and moon goofies. They could be using the time to study constitutional laws. Cree, Punani, not the best Punani. Choose wisely, fellas. When I was growing up, only white people did this kind of things. Well, times are changing. Astrology was taught by fallen angels. California people are lost.
So this is a real sad story, because it's someone who clearly was into that astrology stuff. It was very popular. I think she had over 100,000 followers on Twitter, which is like 1 million on any other platform. So very popular.
She killed the husband,
stabbed him.
The infant was thrown out of the vehicle, as long as the older child lived.
It was a daughter.
The daughter lived, but the son, the infant died because she just threw their asses out on the freeway.
Yeah.
In the Bible, it says the mother will have no
regard for her children. And it said the father will see an evil eye.
Nurturing.
To his
that
wife.
nurturing feeling is gone.
Yeah.
Or in her mind, maybe she thought she was saving them.
That's what I'm saying.
From the apocalypse.
I don't know if this is the right word I want to use, but she had a psychosis where she really thought she was making the right decision because she had convinced herself, because she listened to the stars and the moon and stuff, that this was ending.
Man, no, it didn't.
The stars and the moons are always going to be there. It's not going anywhere. So yeah.
Black conscious community worships Satan. Constitution don't what? In fact, since 9/11 under the Patriot Act, anyone that throws up the Constitution is looked at as a terrorist by state and federal law enforcement. I hate that choose wisely response. All the men are trash. None of the men want to be fathers or providers.
Oh Lord. See, I don't know. You be asking for smoke.
She do.
You be asking for smoke.
She do.
But back to the story. Final.
Y'all listening to Honorable will go to jail or disappear.
Final thoughts on this.
It's very sad. I just think of the husband and the kids being dragged into her state of being, her mindset.
I wonder if he had any suspicion of her mental state. I'm sure she just wouldn't tweet stuff. I'm sure she was saying things to him that he should have been looking at her like, "You okay?"
Yeah. I mean, you don't see what she tweeting.
It's not about what she tweeted. I'm sure she said things to him.
She said some things that should have gave him some suspicion, some red flags, should have made his antennas go up, and he chose to ignore it. Or maybe he did try to fight her off, but
it's one of those things. I also think this is not something you do in the spur of the moment. This is a gradual descent in mental stability.
Yeah.
So I'm sure over the last 2 years, he's noticed a difference in her, but I don't know. Maybe he didn't. Maybe he's on the same path she was on, and he just wasn't as far as she was.
I'm a blocker. White hoes like you are trash, getting black men locked up for no reason. With that nasty red on period bareback mentality, Honorable always speaks so highly of men and her family. Talk about her, Honorable. Goofy Wilkins thinks studying the law is a bad thing. Shut the fuck up.
Oh, man. Now y'all going back and forth in the comments. But yes,
she wasn't talking about when she was talking about the men, she wasn't talking about black men.
All right.
She was talking about the other races of men. They're trash, right, Honorable? I'm not gonna support white hoism. That will be swallowed and not supported.
Right.
This right here, black girl magic at its finest.
Let's get to some funnies now.
Oh, see, she said thank you. See, she wasn't talking about us.
They don't really care about
Laws
us.
changed since 9/11, dumbass.
Oh Lord.
Wow.
All right, get something funny. Because the black women say this.
They get too emotional.
Ooh, she called y'all emotional.
Ooh. What's his name by Carl Thomas? Emotional?
Oh yeah. All right. Panel. Douglas judge guilty of systemic incompetence.
Listen.
Black women might be the new face of the finesses.
Incompetence. Jesus.
Black women might be the face of the finesses from now on.
They call her vainglorious, persona, vanity.
It says she must go. That's a unanimous recommendation for the hearing panel investigation Douglas County probate judge Christina Peterson. The first-time judge has also been a subject of several Fox 5 I-Team investigations since she took office in late 2020. 2020 is a year. Let me tell you something.
2020 is a year when you were able to finesse because there was no.
2020 was the year obviously the George Floyd thing happened. The idea of hiring quote unquote blacks or minorities into certain positions became a bigger deal, and black women got a lot of political push. Let's keep it a buck. Black women, kind of professional corporate America black women, benefited greatly from the death of George Floyd. Hollywood, I would say black men, a few of them got into certain positions, but for the most part, it was black women that just completely ran all over. They were voted in positions all over the country. You got Tiffany Henyard that year. You had obviously this woman here. You had Was it Fannie Willis brought in then, or she already was in?
Fannie. Fawny.
It's Fawny?
It's Fawny.
Well, we say Fannie.
We've been calling her Fannie, though.
It's Fannie. It's Fannie. We're going to call her Fannie. So a lot of black women gained power that year, or at least established themselves that year through the politics they were pushing with the Democratic Party. So she was able to get it put on, and immediately she shook shit up. Let me show this right here.
An extraordinary development tonight in the long-running investigation into Douglas County Judge Christina Peterson.
In a rare move, a hearing panel decided Peterson is guilty
Black
of,
women
quote,
from what
systemic
communities got a push?
incompetence.
Systematic incompetence is a nice way of saying you can be continually stupid. No, when they said intemperance, they don't have no restraint or moderation, and they don't. I'll talk about that later.
And should not remain in office. Fox 5 I-Team reporter Randy Travis explains.
Did you want to take a break?
Christina Peterson did not do herself any favors during 7 days of hearings beginning last September. The JQC hearing panel's report criticized her for not taking any responsibility for the 30 counts of judicial misconduct lodged against her.
I just don't have a memories of my dad. I don't know who he is.
Oh, God.
The most troubling one of the panel.
Hey, she was locking up
Conservative community.
She was locking up Mexicans.
Why she crying?
She was locking up Mexicans and Asians. She was throwing anybody can get.
She shouldn't have been with a black man.
Who?
Her.
I didn't know she was a black man.
There was a black dude in the picture with her, wasn't it?
I don't think so.
When you come back out, we'll see. No. I'm talking. They have a picture of her up with the whole a story they're giving out of her. She accidentally put her uncle down as her father on her marriage license, but she needed to get it taken off and put her father on there. And she was like, "Bitch, you lying. Hold her in contempt."
Lord,
you're just trying to get fucking papers to come here. I ain't falling for that bullshit.
Dang. Well, we got. This is another story we got from Kiefer and what's the guy's name? The channel, the lawyer.
Nate Lester.
Nate the lawyer.
Nate the lawyer. Okay.
Yeah, that's who a lot of this stuff I saw on his page or his channel. But yeah,
being consistently inconsistent is the epitome of stupid.
My dad. I don't know.
Get that headbanger her papers.
The most troubling, wrote the panel, Peterson's decision to jail this woman for trying to amend her marriage certificate to include the real name of her recently discovered father.
Did you go to this hearing with any idea that you may be going to jail?
No.
PJ Skelton served 2 days of a 20-day jail
It was
sentence
just
for
2 days.
contempt before her husband could pay a $500 fine.
Damn, it took him 2 days to come up with 500.
Look at you hating. Now you hating.
Is the hallmark of Peterson's
People for
intemperance,
good
wrote the
weekly
panel.
content.
The report criticized Peterson's attempt at this meeting to get her HOA board to settle a lawsuit she had filed, even though she knew the HOA was represented by an attorney. Peterson's attempts to avoid responsibility for these clear violations.
Everybody accusing the black
love
woman.
her.
Everybody's accusing the black woman of not taking responsibility.
Dude, where you get these stories from? That was Kiefer.
That's Kiefer. This is all
sent this
Kiefer.
story to us. I pay that fine if she do the time a long time.
Bordered on the farcical, severely eroding her credibility with the hearing panel.
You cannot go in this building, and eventually she went in.
The sheriff's office.
Now this story right here is crazy. So she had a family member that wanted to do a wedding. She asked that they did not have to go through security. Security guard said no, they have to go through security. She went herself to the door and let them in.
Not only that, they're supposed to escort her somewhere, and they didn't move fast enough. And she pressed some button where it causes alarm because it's the judge, just to make them move faster. So diva.
Diva.
The office said Peterson ignored their orders and held a wedding after
Intemperance.
hours, allowing people inside without deputies present. She once hit a panic button when a deputy was late escorting her to court, causing a temporary panic among security. And when
Intemperance.
county staff criticized her actions, it
No restraint.
quickly triggers allegations of obstructionism or even racism. These
Oh.
communications and actions reveal a judge who publicly vilifies colleagues, is quick to threaten them with unnecessary legal action, and generally projects a spiteful and vainglorious persona.
Vain.
First, African American female and Democrat. Yes.
I was never celebrated or congratulated.
Oh,
The
Lord.
first, when
Woe
I
is
was
me.
swearing in,
I'm sorry, sweetheart. They don't care about those tears. They only like the white ones.
Crocodile tears.
Yeah, they don't. They call the black ones crocodile.
What's the background on her?
Well, she was voted into office in 2020.
Black American.
And since she, are you talking about her ethnicity?
She black.
She
These
black
are all
American.
these ain't no tether stories. Celebrated by who? What the cracker judge is doing?
I was sworn in by Judge Emerson. I received my first JQC complaint.
Peterson's main defense was her inexperience as a judge, a problem she promised has been addressed through additional training.
She wanted them to have balloons every day that she's in and constantly push her as the best judge because she's a black woman and constantly congratulate her constantly, stuff going on. It's just, constant praises, black girl magic.
But the panel was not buying it. The report also...
The white man said, this some bullshit.
He said, I ain't going with this.
You're going to be held accountable today.
So now I want to further show this right here. Look at this.
Oh, and we not mad at this part.
Now, she came in as
Kiefer, what is this? We don't need this type of reality check. No accountability.
Oh, Lord.
What is this?
So not only did she come in and just kick everything over, she was making as much as senior Supreme Court judges. She found a way to get her... Let me tell you something. Every time they get a position... Yeah. Every time they get in position, they make sure their money go up. Tiffany Henyard made sure her money went up.
Tiffany Henyard, this young lady
and Fannie
here,
was tricking on what's his name, Nathan. So
they already get money based off of I think they get paid the fees of the death records and all this. They get a $25 fee.
So she took all of it.
She's in Atlanta. Atlanta has no cap on how much a prorate. That's what she is, right?
Yeah, probate. Yeah,
a probate judge can get paid. So she's not only getting those, she's also getting on top of those fees. So she was getting all the money. She's like, if any money is to be got, I'm gonna get it.
Yeah,
and can't
help. Allowed to keep all fees for herself. First year probate judge expected to pocket $280,000. The least experienced judge at one of the lower classes of court in Georgia is due to make a lot of money in 2021. More than governor, more than the chief justice of Georgia Supreme Court, more than Georgia's 2 U.S. senators.
She was at
and
the top
Douglas
of the
County
food
probate
chain.
judge is the person who was elected last year. This was 2021 when they said this. A probate judge typically handles wills and vital records processing for births and death certificates and marriage licenses. They rarely hold trials. Peterson is an attorney. Her predecessor was not. So when she took office a year ago, Peterson convinced the Douglas County Commission to include a $36,000 supplement to her state salary.
Just because she had that attorney on her resume.
Exactly. That set the judge's pay at $127,000.
Now you're taking into account the fees.
The commissioner and Jones voted no. I said, why are you giving her a supplement? And they explained, and they said, we give it to other judges. I said, the other judges don't make fees. By law, the probate judge is allowed to keep at least some of the vital record fees for birth and death certificates. Like you said, it's $25. So she was pocketing a lot of money.
Any money to be got, she was getting it.
A Douglas County judge faces trouble for some social media posts she made before she took office. The state's Judicial Qualifications Commission charged probate judge Christina Peterson with violating the Code of Judicial Conduct.
Fox 5 I-Team reporter Randy Travis says the allegations involve then Judge-elect Peterson asking for cash gifts, promoting private restaurants, and making, quote, inappropriate sexual commentary.
She said, get out of her pockets. She needs to drop the e-books.
Yeah, the hustle. Christina Peterson, the hustle. You call it the hustle. What?
Brilliantly said, victimhood, her way to the bag. Primax for hanging with fake power while seeking fake power and ending up corrupt. Few notice the white you emulate are corrupt. Difference, they get away with it, not you.
Exactly.
Because this is not your kingdom.
This ain't your kingdom.
They're not going to let you get away with it.
I, Christina J. Peterson,
do solemnly swear.
Judicial Qualifications Commission, the group that investigates complaints against judges. Peterson is accused of using her social
media. Dolled up.
She was showing them things too. She was like, new judge, cash out, please give some money.
She said, no sweat.
Media account to solicit cash donations for her birthday.
But you can't, as a judge, ask for cash donations online because now people can buy you.
Look at.
If I got a judge posting this, I can give you a couple $100, and now if I ever go to court, You at least you can't do that. Your judge can't take money.
Public solicitation of gifts to a judge is extraordinarily problematic.
Michael Broyd teaches professional ethics at Emory Law School.
I would like to have a case in front of a judge who I've made a cash gift to. Wouldn't you?
Peterson qualified to run for probate judge in March 2020. She won the primary election in June and had no opposition in the November election.
City girl judge.
According to the JQC complaint, on her birthday last August, Peterson posted this on her official Christina J. public Instagram page. A picture of herself wearing a birthday tiara and listing her Cash App account. Quote, if anyone feels like sharing their quarantine wealth.
Damn.
Quarantine wealth.
She did what she had to
smooth
do.
with it too.
When JQC investigators contacted the judge this year, the complaint says Peterson explained she thought that post was to her private personal page. And I was wondering on that day why I was getting Cash App from people I didn't know. The JQC said in her Instagram bio, Peterson called herself Judge-elect.
So you say that was your personal page, but you have Judge-elect in the bio.
You can't have that in the bio. You see, she got to be more smooth. See, black people are just terrible criminals. So the takeaway here is that Atlanta government is holding black women accountable. Bum. Told y'all know how she got her bonuses. Once again, fuck the law and white hoism. City girl judge, stop listening to federally funded lesbian government plants. Agreed, Regina. She's soliciting more than cash for that. Pick attention to those women is a commodity and sad, says the Underground Tunnel Tiny Hat member. What if she put a disclaimer on the dry begging? No one from Atlanta can donate.
She ain't do that. That's the point.
She probably tricked that pushing for a bag. Uncle, she's a big hoe, and you see how white honorable pushes this filth.
Now, I don't think she's tricking, but you know.
She says she's tricking because she got it.
Fanny was tricking.
Pimp. Click the link in the bio.
Oh yeah, that link. Yeah, go straight to that page that people really want to see.
Might got an OnlyFans.
It was done in public. It's a cardinal violation, which is an intolerable activity for a judge to do. A judge.
Now, him sitting here acting like he ain't never took no money is hilarious. We know we know you don't took a couple coins.
She wasn't on the bench yet when she made that post?
Yes.
The complaint also says Peterson used her judge-elect status to encourage people to visit 2 restaurants. And on her Twitter page, she recorded a video offering relationship advice, calling someone a, quote, homeless sexual.
We literally talking homosexual.
Hobo.
You're a homosexual.
Homophobia.
So she definitely a shit talking.
Really said that. Homosexual. Fanny was tricking an old married Dusty, just embarrassing all around.
Honorable, don't mind the dust.
Dusty.
Don't mind the dust, Honorable. She called him a homosexual.
So
Lord,
you said Fanny was tricking an old married black.
Because Dusty
just
mean
embarrassing
black.
all around. Dusty mean black.
Hey, and if she was tricking it, he was living
so I'm
to
gonna have
his
to put the
obligation.
black on it.
And making reference to, quote, African-American male genitals.
Oh, what did she say?
Now, I
did
want
she
to know
give
what
us
she
props?
said. I don't know. I want to know what she
It
said.
depends on what she said. Did she put a good name out there for us, or did she shame us?
What did she say about niggas? What she say?
What she say?
What did
she say? Now they didn't tell that part, did they?
Nah, they kept it
was
out.
good.
So y'all don't want that out
They
there.
didn't want the public to know.
Yeah.
The JQC called
Can't
it,
be
quote,
married.
inappropriate
Dusty
sexual
don't mean
commentary.
black. You
Judge
don't
Peterson
get
did not
define that word.
Now look at this right here. Hold on.
She said Dusty don't mean black. You don't get to define that word.
Hold on. Hold on, Honorable. Hold on. What's the word?
Dusty. Might be. Look at Regina.
Hold on.
Honorable, do you think we should abort black boys?
Oh Lord. Hold on.
Y'all trying to make her go down the synthetic wig route. That's what y'all trying to do. The worst of the worst, making the community look incompetent. Dusties are in every race. No.
No. We're not talking about any connotation with dust. We're talking about the actual word etymology of dusty goes back to black. Hold on. I don't feel like reading all this right now. That it is what it is. I'll show it some other time. But anyway.
Cynthia G. The wig was pretty bad.
Look at this.
Called it, quote, inappropriate sexual commentary. Judge Peterson making reference to, quote, African-American male genitals. The JQC called it, quote, inappropriate sexual commentary.
Okay, it wasn't bad.
Judge Peterson did not reply to repeated requests for comment from the Fox 5 team.
I'm grateful that the people of Douglas County elected me to serve as their probate judge.
$1,000 a year, and she is. Peterson now collects $124,000 a year.
George, she do.
Combine that with the money she's allowed to keep from fees paid for documents like marriage and birth certificates, and Peterson could make more than a state Supreme Court judge. Now those same justices will decide whether the JQC allegations are true, and if so, what kind of punishment Judge Peterson should face.
That's facts.
So that's the story of Judge Christina Peterson.
You can't cook Alaskan crab cakes, and compensate level is real. Good idea. Women should assess the men and their families in bed and determine if it is worth birthing more.
Hold on.
Well, the men could say the same for you guys.
Hold on.
She wanted the sausage for the bag.
Did you see what she said?
Yeah, I heard what she said.
We're not letting it get over. She said women should access the men and their families in bed and determine. So, wait, you talking about incest?
I didn't take it that way. I think she was saying assess them.
I don't know what you're going with.
White male judges have done worse and gotten away with it. Get them, dude.
I don't know. Please explain that line.
Panel.
I'll call one of the panels. Panel.
Where the mic, Duke?
Can't do it this week, man. We was gonna do it next week, but you said you're not gonna be here, so
I need this smoke.
Honorable, she gonna answer that question? What do you mean by the women should access the men and their family?
She's gone silent.
Come on now, you quick with it. Don't slow. You gotta be quick with it.
Incest.
Yeah, that's what that sound like. I'm sorry.
I didn't take it that way. That's what she was saying.
What you saying then?
I think she was saying that the women need to assess them. I mean, assess. I don't think she meant to say access. I think she meant to say assess them. Like
she said in bed.
Vet them.
In bed.
Yeah, vet them for their families and vet them in bed, meaning before you had this child.
In their families.
We need.
Yeah. All right.
Leave honorable. I'm just here eating popcorn and sipping tea.
Let's get to some more stuff.
Assesses. Adverb with object. Evaluate or estimate the nature, ability, or quality of. I told you that's what she was saying.
I know you said assess. I know that word.
She didn't mean to say assess. She meant to say assess. That's why I said assess. No. I didn't say assess when I read it because I know that's what she meant.
Okay. Assess her family in bed.
No, she's saying the women that are with these, not all these women just all take a turn in the family. It's whoever the men you're vetting at, assess them. Man. That's what she's saying.
Okay.
She mean assess them in bed, assess them in life.
Yeah.
That's what she's trying to say.
The sentence is still there, homie. Let's move on.
I think she means look at the men in your family and determine if they want to keep procreating in general.
Y'all not gonna make me
so
anything
the word anti-male I posited with a
bed.
The hoe. Nah, Regina, say something. Assess, vet before procreation, i.e. background check.
Mm-hmm. Now y'all coming to her defense. All right.
It's not coming to her defense. I knew that's what she was saying. Y'all trying to make honorable just this horrible individual. This is a good black woman, and I will not let y'all take her down.
All right.
Women should assess fathers, uncles, brothers, men they sleep with to determine whether it's worth spending $500.
Now she changed
both
it.
Men and women. White hoes. Wow.
Wait, hold on. No, you talking about $500? Are you talking about abortion? Wow. Wow. All right.
Oh, damn shit never worked.
Look, what happened? The sound dropped out when I pulled the definition. Sound didn't drop out. Did it?
No, I read it.
No, I'm saying she said a sound job though. I think she's just talking shit though. Look, they're trying to provide clarity. No honorable slander. All right, let's move forward. Let's move on. This one here was sent by George. George was talking shit about this. Transgender boxer Patricio Manuel disappointed but defiant at the first round knockout. What?
No, I'm not saying nothing.
So, on her end. Oh, okay.
End.
I don't think we went out. I don't know.
Hey, what's done is done.
But yeah, we think about this story. Transgender woman to male, which you don't see that often.
She knew she was gonna get her ass whooped.
Well, she's 2-1, so she beat two dudes. she beat two dudes' ass. So it is what it is.
What's that? What's that? What's her name?
Who?
Cyborg.
Oh, Cyborg. Everybody thought that was a man too.
She not here cyborging people, are she? Y'all don't want this action. I told y'all, let white hoes run loose. This the garbage you get.
The garbage you get.
Sassy. Get in line. Fuck them, white hoes. Thank you, Shantae. They love to hate the queen. Coon talk will be
code enforcement. All right, so this transgender boxer was putting hands on dudes. This guy's 2-1, but in this fight, got knocked out in 21 seconds. It seems like this is about to become a norm. We saw it in New York. They're trying to ban women from, or certain people from playing in sports that is not their quote unquote natural gender.
Well, you know, on documents now, they ask you, when they ask you your gender, born, where were you born?
I'm still the same thing.
Okay, what do you identify? It's like 30 questions. What are you born? How do you identify?
Go ahead.
LGBT. KO.
All right, so he 2-1, or she is 2-1.
She
is 2-1.
Who did she fight?
I don't know, but two people lost to this person. They ain't never want their name. They don't never want nobody to know. I wonder did they know going into the fight?
I don't. Maybe it was a throw. Maybe they threw the fight.
It might have
her
been
name out there.
It might have been some amateurs who just on the weekend work construction and decided
18-year-olds.
I don't know about the age. It might have been some 40-year-olds that just on work construction decided to do a little boxing. Just decided to do a little boxing on the weekend and ran into this person.
And she put him to sleep.
No, she didn't knock nobody out, but they won the fights apparently. This is the world coming to, man. These sports is changing, man. Now I want to show this. Louisiana High Court, priests have property right not to be sued for sexual abuse.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's kind of, yeah.
The legal system will never run out of ways to transform real world harms into meaningless abstractions, all in service of insulating the wealthy and powerful from accountability. I don't even got to read the article. The headline says everything. The fact that these stories don't have a bigger impact, the fact that child sexual abuse, it just gets, sexual abuse in general,
just gets overlooked.
This gets overlooked constantly. Only time people talk about it is when some celebrity gets blamed for it or accused of it. The only time they care. This is crazy.
Yeah, it is.
We saw what happened with what state was it? When they was going through the Catholic Church and they were giving out, awarding all this money. And at some point, they were just like, we're not awarding no more money. We know there's more cases, but we've already given the money we're going to give. It's over. There's no point in coming out. We know what it was doing. They've been found guilty. That's it. It's crazy.
Why can't they just compete against themselves? Because they don't want to.
They don't want to. It's the same reason why these it was the parents, really, but it's the same reason why you have people that wanted girls to be part of the Boy Scouts. It wasn't necessary.
Please repeat this on the mic when I return and tell us how Travis don't have a peach fuzz, and I walk out. I sure do speak for myself. Did you mean you can't hear me, George? Maury Povich says, that's a lie.
That's
you
a
heard
lie.
me right? You heard me all right? I don't believe either one of you.
Y'all in a damn war in the comments.
I don't believe you.
All right, let me play this.
It's a lot of smoke out here in these streets. It's a lot of beef going on.
All right, listen to this.
Not just in the rap streets, but in the chat.
So I keep hanging these flags up, and then I come back, and someone's ripped the pole off or broken it in half. But look what someone wrote. Who even says that?
So, this teacher keep hanging this flag up in the classroom. He said they keep breaking it down, and this
Did
time
he
they
put
wrote
nigga on it?
This time they wrote something on the flag.
Is that nigga?
Yes.
Yes.
So we know who wrote it.
That was a black kid.
Gay ass nigga.
That was a black male that did that.
I don't know. Look at the handwriting.
Oh, black women, black girls. Let me tell you, black girls. Whoa.
I don't know who said it.
Oh my
It's
god.
okay if you have an opinion, but it's mine. It's not yours. I brought it in here. I hung it up.
They told him what he needed to hear. How the old folks said, the kid's gonna be all right.
That's something black people definitely can.
Look.
The pink and the white colors are for transgender. Note there are more in advertising.
Yep.
It's mine.
Ass nigga. Hey, them kids funny as hell. Gay ass nigga. Oh Lord. All right. Quick story on this right here too. Pause this. Hold on. Apologize if we're lagging.
Pink and blue. I meant I'm typing weirdly today. What am I missing? Wait a minute, Arnold.
She think we saying something, I guess. Hold on. All right. Black couple rented to a Chinese American family when nobody would. Now they're donating $5 million to the black community.
I don't give a damn.
The Dons are selling their home, their family rented, and eventually.
Look at George. Wow, a fucking brain.
The Dons are selling their home, their family rented, and eventually bought from Gus Thompson, a former slave, and his wife Emma. The Dons will donate the proceeds.
Shout out to Mark Gordon.
What's
up, y'all?
What do you think about this story? This Chinese family,
no gunshot,
came to in Colorado, California, was able to rent from a black family or get their home from a black family, and now all the way later they're giving $5 million to some black students to quote unquote pay it forward.
Fuck them.
No,
nothing.
Nothing. Is that not a form of respect?
I don't
you
trust
did for
them.
us, and now we're gonna do for you?
I don't trust them.
You think it's just for a headline?
I don't trust them.
Oh, quick story. I'm not even gonna read none of it because we don't bring this story into the ground. But I just want to show the headline and just walk away.
Chinese provided some reparations.
I guess is that considered reparation? $5 million to students?
That's reparations
because they rented a home from a black family when nobody else would.
They trying to give favor to give favor to the Most High, and it ain't gonna work.
COVID vaccines not linked to fatal heart problems in young people.
Tax write-off.
The new report debunks widespread misinformation that the mRNA shots were connected to sudden cardiac death in young athletes. Now, the people who did this were associated with the CDC. A Center for Disease Control and Prevention report published Thursday shows. So the CDC published this. The CDC investigated themselves. I'll leave it at that. Let's move forward.
Shout out to Craig Council. Sorry, I'm late, fam. What I missed? You missed Black Girl Magic again this week.
Yeah, you missed Black Girl Magic.
You missed it. Yeah, right.
Yeah, we know, keep it. That's they can keep selling that line, I guess.
You got the gun. If every ethnicity donated to our community for good deed and being allowed to hide among us, the wealth gap would fade.
It definitely would. All right. Speaking of health and staying away, we just talked about COVID a little bit. Social distancing is back as Brits urge to stay away from birds amid fear of the next human pandemic. This is from March 19th. We talked about the bird flu thing coming last week. This is from even before that. This is from the 19th. It's funny how it happens in phases. Like it's just small headlines here and there. And then when it becomes a thing, you go back and see they were talking about this years ago probably. But yeah. So watch out for that bird flu.
You missed Black Girl Magic Tales curated by Kiefer. She that sound like You got some. They got a warrant on your head, Kiefer.
All right, now I want to go. I'm gonna run through some geopolitical stories right quick. After terror attack, Russia sees U.S. role and claim it as is at war with NATO. So we know this already. At this point, Russia, you got to just do something. If you're gonna do it. All right, Gulf states warn the U.S. not to launch strike on Iran from their territory or airspace. The Gulf state, I think this was particularly. I know Turkey said something. Then they will not allow the U.S. and Israel to come into their airspace. And now we know that Iran just struck Israel. So that just happened, apparently today. So it's already popping off. Israel been trying to get Iran or Persia to do something for the longest. And they said yesterday they was going to do something, so they stood to their word. That's not even English, so I ain't got to play that one. U.S. expected Iran to carry out direct attack on Israel, sources say, as Biden warns don't. You see here explosions in sky reports and remote reports of Israel and the West Bank. So they're already shooting bombs over there. And I'll come back to this.
Oh, she said, post the email. I want to submit black uplifting stories too. British people look one chromosome away from looking like zombies. Kiefer said, it is what it is. Can't stop, won't stop, bad boy for life. No Diddy, no doubt.
All right, so, and it always comes back to this right here, red heifer.
Which is supposed to be April 22nd.
April 22nd. So remember we talked about those 4 cows, or not, is it 4? Is it 4? That was sent from Texas to Israel. They were untouched, unblemished. That were going to be used as a sacrifice for the third temple. Well, it would be wrong with some better stories. And in that prophecy that Israel is trying to go through with, they need to go to the final war is with Persia or Iran, which is why they've been antagonizing Iran for the last who knows how many decades, been threatening that Iran is going to have a nuke. Every damn time they announce it, Iran is this close to having nuclear weapons. And it just so happened now we got the red heifer coming, like you said, April 22nd. And now Iran is now finally engaging with them. I don't know, man. And it's funny they mention Amalek, because in the prophecy with Amalek, and it's like, y'all are Amalek. That is y'all.
That's true.
So y'all know who y'all are. So it is what it is. Anyway, Zimbabwe has a new currency. They have now their own currency now. Zimbabwe's new gold-backed currency got off to a chaotic start with shops accepting only U.S. dollars on Tuesday and vexed Zimbabweans queuing up outside banks for hours to access their savings. Why would you as a shop not accept your country's money?
Maybe they've been told not to.
Damn.
They're still using the U.S.
They are. They're still using the U.S. dollar. It's unfortunate. So,
one question from me. Where does any synthetic molecule serve the living?
They don't.
Right.
I mean, none.
And am I right in suggesting that a medicine, by definition, is something which contains synthetic molecules, something that is registered, patented, and put into the market as a medicine?
Absolutely.
Right. So what I'm learning from you, Dr. Young, is that a quadrillion-dollar enterprise is at work amongst us, decimating, culling the human family.
Intentionally,
using synthetic molecules, which by design are cancer, AIDS, all of the bogeymen we could dream up.
Yeah, it's for the purpose of sterilization and population control. There's too many people on the planet we need to get rid of. In the words of Bill Gates, at least 3 billion people need to die.
Oh my God.
So we'll just start off in Africa. We'll start doing our research there, and we'll eliminate most of the Africans because they're deplorable.
Jesus.
They're worthless.
Wow.
They're not part of this world economy. So they have their rights taken away.
Oh my God.
And they're suppressed and they're experimented.
And the
hail to the now.
He's not saying that's what he believes. He's saying that's what the system is doing to them. But I'm going to be honest. I was surprised under this video that so many Africans thought that that's what he believed. Like he was telling the grand scheme of what he want to do. And it's like, no, he's saying that's what these Western countries are doing. He's not saying it's what he wants. But, you know, it is what it is. I want to play this one as well. This one is definitely seems like it's from a movie or something.
Has been fundamental to the global prosperity of the advanced countries. And Africa had a role to play. It has a role as a raw material producer. We will not allow sub-Saharan Africa to escape that. Okay, we do everything to keep sub-Saharan Africa where it is, also impoverished. It's absolutely vital for the prosperity of everyone else. So let's get clear about that. Okay, and this means all the economic structures, all the global institutions, and the economics we teach everyone is all designed to keep Africa exactly where it is.
Oh my God.
And it's stuff we already know. And I'm saying that to say this right here, because this right here was a story from, hold on, this is a story from last year, 4 months ago. The new scramble for Africa, how
Africans agree with those sentiments.
The new scramble for Africa, how a UAE sheikh quietly made carbon deals for forests bigger than the UK. Sorry. So we talk about the West, talk about China. Now we know Russia has some touches in there. Now you got the Arabs are all throughout Africa now. So that's true that there's a race for that continent. Go ahead. You've been going through
Jesus.
You gotta start at the top.
Oh, Regina said, "We love you back. There's no other than the original, authentic man." Thanks, Keith. Thanks, Regina. Honorable said, "I've explained why the cow came from Texas. I thought America had the worst food. No, they're sacrificing the cows.
And America is Rome, so.
And the cows have to be perfect. They have to have no blemishes on the cow when they sacrifice them." Hold on. A video like this makes it around every year. We never see a response from African leaders.
All right.
Jacob and Esau, the Red Bull.
All right. Woman who met Trump at Atlanta Chick-fil-A says young black voters see him as honest. Now, when this video first came out of him and the Chick-fil-A talking and joking around with the black people, I already knew it was set up. It was so obvious. Then when this woman here, when she came out as a conservative activist, it was kind of blatantly obvious that this was all set up. Trump ain't as good as he used to be with these type of stories, is he? He goes to a Chick-fil-A to be around, and it just so happened that the whole place is full of black people, and they're so excited to see him, and they in there laughing and joking. And it's just like this. He do know this looks fake. It's like it's not as fake as it used to. It's like way too blatant fake. It's like forced almost now. It's not necessary.
Niggas for Trump go crazy. Craig.
So let me show this right here.
It wasn't a McDonald's ad. He's not holding a Big Mac.
Look at the joy. Here to tell us about it is that young woman herself, Michaela Montgomery. She's also the founder of a grassroots political group to conserve the culture. Michaela, I've been waiting for this interview all morning. So
I've been waiting for this my whole life.
So they're introducing another conservative commentator, I guess. She's going to be another one they're going to introduce to the public.
Who?
Her.
Okay.
So we're going to see if she stick around or not. If she's somebody that can stick. Is she the Candace Owens replacer?
Who, her?
Yeah.
I don't believe so.
Why not?
What?
Okay, all right. I ain't got to show the interview. I just wanted to show that she is a conservative activist. It was all scripted. This is not the truth. Yeah, and I agree, Shantae. I wanted to say it. When you sit up there, the way she was hugging him is like, this don't look good. It looks a certain way. You probably shouldn't have moved that way, but it is what it is. All right. It says, can Donald Trump win over black voters with Chick-fil-A? These photos are
She
so
said all black
cringe.
fathers and sons stories ignored this week. Ignored, but this makes the rounds.
Yeah. Hey, I'm sorry, y'all. Honorable black women are just all over the place, but they all in the media.
Her whole life was equal to a wet fart.
What?
I swear y'all were literally watching the play replay itself per year, per scenario.
Rinse,
Wash,
yeah.
repeat. Bitcoin and NFTs Negroes for Trump are bullshittish.
Oh Lord.
You can only be imitated. Is she a nicer Candace?
That's what I feel like she is.
No, she's not.
Oh, she's not?
No.
I have not followed. I have not looked into her. I'm not really. We'll see what happens in the next coming months, whatever. I'm not really interested in finding out about her until it's necessary.
Talk about Umar and Barney.
Oh yeah, you seen that picture of him sitting next to Sukiyana?
Who?
Umar. Remember he went and met her?
He said that he was gonna go see that sister.
Yeah, but then they put a picture of him and Sukiyana next to Barney and some other character, and they look like him.
Lord.
So yeah. We ain't gotta talk about this. This wasn't a good look. It looked kind of weird going to a Chick-fil-A to see black people. I know Chick-fil-A is the Christian place, ain't it?
Yes, it is. Conservative.
And the whole staff black. This is in Atlanta.
Which the whole staff would be black.
I said that.
What's bad
It would
about
be in
that?
Atlanta, but Chick-fil-A.
Biden had invited a father and son to
We
eat
went
a
in
damn
on them,
chicken.
didn't we? Did we go in on them?
But this
Hold on,
seems
you
more
defended-
authentic
you-
than that.
We also play a little bit of devil's advocate with that because you said, well, they agreed to it.
True. And these black conservative employees agreed to meet with President Donald Trump.
Yeah. And now we
So
always
what's the
complain.
beef?
We always say something about pandering politicians, but that's
True
kind
indeed.
That's not what politicians do.
Empress.
They pander. So
Barney and
yeah, Barney Baby Pop.
not really anything new. She would have went viral if she said if she would have cussed Trump out. Yes.
Yeah, but she went viral with the other side of the world. It's two Americas, so she went viral with the other side because she's a supporter.
The conservative side.
Yeah. All right, Nathan Wade pleading poverty, trying to cut alimony payments to ex-wife after losing Trump prosecution job. And I'm gonna be honest,
Fannie was giving him Fonnie was giving him a hefty amount of money per year.
She was taking care of him. I mean, she helped him out. She gave him a nice lick. And so did he.
She gave him a nice lick. Was he giving her a nice lick?
That's why I hit the button. And so did he.
Who was giving a lick?
But Nathan Wade pleading poverty, trying to cut. Basically, because he lost that job, he said, I ain't got the money to keep paying you what I offered you. I know I'm supposed to be paying you $5,000 a month, but I ain't got it right now. They said the kids called and asked for some money. He said, get it from your mom.
Get it from your mama. That sounds like a black man.
Definitely do.
Get it from your mama.
I ain't got it. He told her that, hey, you need to be. It's gonna be dry for a few months, so just make sure you pay for your medical bills yourself, and I'll pay you back later.
Oh, okay. It's I owe you.
Yeah, he give her out. He's I ain't got it right now. I got to get my
Money
work
tight.
out. Yeah, and he is right. He did lose his job.
He did.
Like he did.
Fanny tripping right now. It's hot for her out here in these streets.
But they ain't trying to hear that because
I ain't having it.
She ain't trying to hear that because of them damn trips he took with Fanny. He took her to all of the other countries, the islands. He took her to Cali to go to the side, the what do they call it? The valleys of
Napa Valley.
Napa Valley.
Oh, wine country. They were doing it big. They wanted to go wine tasting.
Yeah, so she ain't trying to hear none of that. She took him to court and she trying to get some money.
Taste the grapes there and everything.
She tastes the grapes too. Nathan Wade accused of failing to pay ex-wife medical bills and cutting off his children. I said I don't like this headline.
Oh, trying to make him feel like he don't pay child support.
Hold on. Now he might
another deadbeat black man.
I doubt the man is cutting off his children.
He just not giving them as much as he was.
If he don't got the money, it is what it is. Now I agree. If he got paid, I think he got paid up with like $700,000.
He got some money, but he trying to preserve for money for a rainy day. This is a rainy day. Shit. He should pay. He should
He
pay.
is kind of being like a deadbeat. I ain't gonna lie. He know damn well he can pay that.
He said McDonald's hiring.
Yeah, hey, they paying.
Chick-fil-A is conservative.
Yeah, it is.
Black conservatives need a pro-black person message. They have to stop acting like white people are the moral compass.
And because they want the white man's handshake, the way the liberals want the hug. So
Trump campaign funds is breaking records for 2024 already.
He did the same thing in 2020. So
what's worse, the father and son with Biden or this?
Pause.
The father and son.
Father and son probably worse. They try to make that more intimate. This was just him going to a restaurant.
Yeah, Shasti, that was it. I want him put in the back of the office, never to be heard of again.
Hold on, pause.
He should pay.
Hold on. And another reason why we bring the story up, because they also the wife is trying to get him put him in jail.
Yeah, she said she want him locked up. Like it's a child support payment.
There's no way y'all want this man locked up. Come on.
Oh shit. The high value black man didn't have savings.
He's spending on Fanny.
He's
spending on a black woman.
In a bonus. Once you've had the filet mignon, it's hard to go back to a hamburger helper. Fucking ex-wife. Oh, Uncle going through it.
yeah. Uncle
should have kept it discreet. It's cheaper to keep her.
Cheaper to keep her.
Facts on Cole. X is for X. Out the finance. I don't want to mistake what he meant to say. Coffers.
Yeah, coffers. Yeah.
Damn. No longer available assets or resource. No, seriously. He hiding money. Have you watched any of the lead attorney?
Yeah, I haven't watched the lead attorney, but I watched the other guy. It's obvious that he got more money than he's leading on to, but he's not working right now. So
he should have stayed and shut up.
He's not working right now, so he's trying to use the money he has saved up to
viable asshole, viable.
And he's also trying to get up out of that.
That's not what I was saying.
I also think he's trying to get out of his child support payments in general.
They follow the money. He should go to jail and pay.
You hear me?
What?
I do think he's trying to use it as an excuse for the payments to be lowered from $5,000 down to $1,000. I think he wanted the child support lowered.
Well, if he's making less money, it should be lowered.
No,
that's how you go back into court. If you're making less money, you should go back in court.
But he don't really want to go to court.
Why? Because they're gonna review his finances.
Or at least he don't want to open up the books completely.
If if he's tucked away the money in his head good, then shit, they won't find it.
He's trying to go to the court and say, "Look, man, I ain't got no work right now. Y'all got to drop these payments. I can't afford that much." And so now the wife is like, I want to audit." She auditing his ass, so it is what it is.
F that.
He was saying, "Fuck that, pay up." F you, pay me.
Are you on an equal opportunity of the situation was reversed? He should have stayed and shut up. Cook that.
That's a good one.
I want to note that the black women were obligated to be at work. This was the only way Trump could get them on record as supporting him. Watch this shit. X should be considered.
I see what she just did. She tried to say the only reason why black women were there with the Trump thing.
We know this was trying to do. Why you
they was at work, so they didn't really want to be there. Nah.
You want the money, you stay. You want to leave.
I watched Lead Attorney. So Lead Attorney, he be on the ass too, and he into that child support and the divorce and all the other stuff. He's an attorney, so
he boule too.
Why he doing that to a black man? Don't expose a black man. You supposed to have a. You know how they got the what do they call it?
Yeah.
The sisterhood. What happened to the brotherhood?
Well, Obama tried to have a.
Oh yeah.
My brother's keeper.
Yeah, black women shut it down.
Black women shut it down.
We just ignore that too. We let that go. We really let that go.
Information coming out tonight about a special prosecutor in the Fulton County election interference case accused in a court filing of allegedly having a romantic relationship.
Oh, we already saw this. I ain't got to go through all this. We can go forward. Yeah, now we can see this. Ooh, what is next story? Oh, I ain't got what's called for. I can just go straight to it. Okay. Cornel West chooses Black Lives Matter activist Melina Abdullah as his vice president. Now, after all that, that's who he chooses? By the way, this is the same woman that said
snake.
This is the same woman that said this, that Beyonce shouldn't have the American flag on her album cover because of, American oppression and stuff. So you can't have the American flag
but you can run for vice president.
But you can run for office in that same country and represent that country. Which, by the way, if you win, guess what you got to do?
Represent this country.
You have to pledge to the country.
Matter of fact, they're gonna give you a pin with a flag on it.
Yeah, you have to walk around with that. So what the hell is going on? These people are
These people are
hypocrites.
just whacked out.
Crazy hypocrites. That's all they are. And Cornell,
If you don't want to win, if I don't want to win,
yeah, I agree.
as a person,
he know he's not gonna win, and he just chose somebody to try and get what they call it, he's just trying to make it seem like he's such a good person that he's so down with the fight. Now I'm gonna choose somebody from the quote unquote Black Lives Matter movement to prove how down I am. This is all for publicity. This is all for the name reason.
she said, "I'm rooting for Black Brotherhood. Y'all only come together to shit on Black women, not nothing
my
else."
God. It's the opposite, actually.
Big Mama stayed. All our wealth is with boomers. Watch Tone Talks TV. Yeah, shout out to Tone.
We watch Tone too.
Tone been on their asses too.
Hold on, Honorable. It's the opposite, actually. Don't nothing bring Black women together more than shitting on a nigga. Nothing brings them together more. You telling it backwards. That's
Big Mama had a side piece too.
Yeah.
He was a delivery man, deacon, man at the store. Oh God.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you don't want to talk about that store thing.
Yeah, she stayed and played her, kept it in the family.
Yeah, Regina.
role.
Yeah, Regina. And there was always that one kid that looked a little different from the rest of his brothers and sister. And guess what Granddaddy did? He didn't say nothing because he knew what it was.
Disparaging Mars saying that Big Mama just put a little bit of poison every day.
Rat poison. Over 10 years, he'll finally break down.
Oh my God.
He got 3 kids.
Actually, our grandfather outlived her.
He got 3 kids on the other side of town. He got a kid that don't look like him, and he just don't ask no questions.
Yeah, they had like what, 12 of them?
Yeah,
he had one outside, she had one outside.
Exactly. And you just don't ask no questions. Just move on, take care of them. You the man, take care of them. That's it. So, yeah.
All generations stayed except the modern woman. Your feelings matter more than generational wealth and race loyalty. Well, Big Mama was a hoe too. Damn.
Yeah, Big Mama was getting down. That's what I'm saying. They always talk about what's that song? Rolling Stone. Papa was a Rolling Stone. Big Mama. Let's be honest. She had a. Let's ask this question. There was always that friend that came by when Granddaddy wasn't home. That was just a friend that she would go on walks with.
I'm not saying nothing.
Was
Brotherhood was in full effect, building white pearly content. Even took trips to the UK to spread the message.
They used Pearly White to push their own message.
Big Mama was a murderer too. Damn.
Hold on. They used Pearly White to push that Black Manosphere message. They was using her as a pawn. But I agree, they look nasty now looking back because she clearly is,
I like playing with the outside kids. What does that mean? Kids that don't like them. Don't we look like everything?
No, that's that.
Don't we look like
No, and that group of 12 is always that one that everybody go, that look like Johnny from over there. What? What, nigga? Say it. Say it with your chest. Don't bow down now. Say it.
I ain't got nothing to say.
Exactly. She made bank, not them. So it's always that one.
The mailman.
No, it's not the mailman. It's normally
the milkman,
a friend of the family.
Oh,
the one she known for a long time.
Oh, that's my brother. That's my play cousin.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Go on walks.
Oh.
But anyway, I don't want to show this. I don't care about this. Okay.
Yeah, we have all sinned and fallen shortly of God's glory. Therefore, pointless to cast stones. Just love what's available and keep it pushing for the culture, for the community.
That's why I always say,
I don't appreciate the slander of y'all.
We
Big
do it to
Mama.
Granddaddy all the time. I don't want to hear it. We do it to Granddaddy every day. It's a running joke. They make songs about Granddaddy. Classic songs that we play.
Mama, your arm.
Classic songs about Granddaddy. We're gonna talk about Grandma too. We can keep that in house. We don't gotta make music about it, make it big. We'll keep that in house, but we know what's going on. Anyway.
I don't know nothing.
Yeah, you all right. Tax exemption for Black Americans suggested by a Democrat.
Well, Washington State. Well, you don't get taxes in Washington State.
No, state taxes no.
Oh.
Yeah. So
miss my grandparents.
Yeah, I miss my grandma too.
Obiet. Disconnected.
Yeah, most people don't agree with the idea of just tax exemption. So
She said that's just one of the suggestions.
Yeah, I know.
Meaning this is just a starter.
This is just for a headline, honestly.
Well, we know.
Yeah, it's just for a headline. It is what it is. But I want to show this, though.
We're glitching.
We should be back now. We should be good. Now I want to show this right here. This might be.
Kadeem Harrison got big.
This is me giving credit. This might be the best, I don't want to say ad, but marketing or whatever you want to call it, from Kamala Harris I've ever seen. For the first time, she don't look like a complete buffoon.
The Jasmine guy looks just like our grandmother.
Yeah, she do.
She looks just like her.
We're living in a different world.
Whether you graduated from Hillman or
went to the real HU. Student loan debt is a burden for far too many people these days, and we're doing something about it.
Beautiful.
To learn more, visit studentaid.gov. There you go.
That might be the best she's ever done because she didn't talk much.
That's the Colonel?
She didn't have to talk much.
Wow, Kadeem looks so different. Didn't recognize him at first glance. He just put on
No,
a little weight.
Hold on. I know them dots mean at the end there. It looks so different. I know what y'all be saying in these little.
He just put on some weight.
He put on a little weight.
Jasmine looked better because, woo, she was deteriorating. But she looked better. She did not age gracefully. That's that white in her.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That part, she don't really look like
She
our
aged
grandma.
like buttermilk.
Our grandma didn't age like that, but yeah.
Jasmine Guy was recently on The Breakfast Club. Love her more after the interview.
Yeah, she's authentic. She another one of those. She another Tupac victim.
I was thinking of his grays.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we know.
I refuse to believe this was Kamala's idea. Her interns thought this up.
Well, it's the best thing she's ever had. She didn't talk much. They did what they needed to do and moved on. As a matter of fact, Kadeem and what's going to talk more than her. And
yeah, she just shut up.
Shut up. Don't talk.
She
much.
start doing that out of control, keep giggling,
They
cackling,
giggling.
because she get nervous type shit.
Yeah, it gets bad. All right, let me play with this pastor. What
Only
pastor?
time she ain't giggling with something in her mouth.
Let's see what pastor had to say about reparations.
The Bible says without faith or complete absolute confidence in the word of God and the God of the Bible.
I'm not saying victim in a bad way, honorable. I mean, he was running through them in the 90s.
You know, even Applehead just came out and said that she made Thanksgiving dinner for Tupac. Busta Rhymes said he did 7 different
versions of a
of one. I'm like, God damn.
He did all this in 5 years.
How all these people have the interactions with Tupac? Jesus.
Like somebody pointed out on social media, everything you heard about Tupac more than likely happened within a 5-year span.
Even on BMF, they had a scene where allegedly in Atlanta, they had met with Tupac. Big man gets love too. Don't get it twisted.
Honorable.
But seriously, his full grades threw me off.
Okay.
She didn't hate him, just friends.
No, wait. Honorable, there's a rumor, and Lord knows I don't want to get into the gossip.
What?
There's a rumor that she was walking in his house butt naked.
No, she's saying she didn't hate him. She was speaking highly of him.
She said date.
Oh. Well, that ain't our business.
It ain't our business, but
horrible scene in BMF.
BMF in general ain't doing too good right now.
Well, you know, he do that same punch.
Here go George, man. Come on, George.
You know what he do.
I'm sorry, George. I'm sorry, George. All right, let me play this video of what Pastor had to say.
The Bible says without faith or complete absolute confidence.
Look,
You didn't hear from me, Miss Jenkins, dude. Kamala needs to just smile and pretend to be black. She still can't get it right.
Not completely.
Bucking ain't dating.
Damn, okay. I'm saying you can have some fun. I don't mean that. All right, I get it.
Girls just want to have fun.
The Bible says without faith or complete absolute confidence in the word of God and the God of the Bible, we cannot please him. Can we turn to something else? Then we're showing our lack of faith in him. If I've got Jesus, that's enough. I don't need reparation.
Boy. You know, in the Bible it says restitution is necessary and justice has to prevail and righteousness. It also says that recompense. So yeah, it is necessary.
Now CAA.
Now before I get into this video, Terrence Howard. See Terrence Howard with his damn wig on.
I didn't know. I said, is that a wig or is that his hair? I didn't know what. This brought me back to Hustle and Flow.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
We'll preach a dude. When they revealed the tellers in BMF, it ruined the show for me. Only watched season 1.
The writing got real bad recently, so yeah.
So,
yeah, it is. All right, so let me play Terrence Howard.
Come on, man.
Here go on.
It's always black men claim you don't need to be repaid from the whites. Why? No, not him.
Honestly, I'll tell you, it's because of the natural male pride.
Why did Terrence?
It's the natural male pride to not want to accept a somebody what they consider begging from somebody.
Oh God, he looked like
it's a false sense of male pride. That's why a lot of dudes say that. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
As Jason Black always says, watch out for these old niggas. Come a lot.
Let me play this. Terrence Howard, crazy ass.
Now CAA.
That's a lot of money. That should have
been. Well, let's go to another one.
I'm just saying.
CAA, Creative Artists Agency. They
and nigga, you think we're supposed to take what you're saying? Like,
is
it's
he
hard.
Ike?
It's hard to take what you're saying because you got this damn hair on your head. What you doing, man?
He got it laid.
He looked like Ike Turner.
He looked like Tony Braxton.
Like Tony Braxton.
Wow, he don't look like Tony.
He like Jasmine Guy.
They represented. They also represented some of the people from Big Bang Theory. Mm-hmm. They also.
Shantae said she want to know the.
How is he able to keep it together?
Shantae want to know the routine.
She's trying to find out what's the magic.
What's the magic? She want to use it for herself.
How does that shit lay like that? I seen this wig on him floating around the video, but I didn't realize he was serious.
Yeah, I think he just.
Why does Terrence have a wig on?
I don't know. Actually, I don't.
Did y'all already talk about the African royal family here in America reality show?
No, I haven't heard about it.
He like, nope. He's dressed like a pink toe, you know. And it's always the high value ones pushing that narrative. I see why black women not flocking to them. Look at what they pushing. He looks like the lion from the Wizard of Oz movie.
Oh yeah, and funny nigga, he was a coward.
He's got a Mexican mustache.
Let me play it.
It should have been.
Well, let's go to another one.
I'm just saying.
CAA, Creative Artists Agency. They represented me. Mm-hmm. They also represented some of the people from Big Bang Theory. Mm-hmm. They also did the deal with Fox. Mm-hmm. My show was with Fox. The people from Big Bang was with Fox.
See, J. Cole don't mess things up. Oh, and by the way, Honorable, you see Drake responded.
Wait, what the heck is going on with Terrence?
We had 28 million viewers. They had 11 million viewers. Yeah. They were getting $2 million, damn near $3 million an episode, those white kids that had no name recognition, no Oscar nominations, none of that. We have 28 million viewers, and these jokers are paying me $325,000 an episode. And I'm like, every year I'm asking my agents what's going on. I didn't know that the packaging deal, my agents were incentivized to keep my pay low, so they'll go to Fox and say no, and they'll say no themselves because they were producers. They owe me over $120 million based on what would have been paid to white counter.
Terrence out here having this conversation because he owed taxes.
Yeah.
So he's trying to get
his reparations.
He's trying to get sympathy from viewers too.
Yeah, he definitely.
Saying, no, pay this black man his money. Damn, she like she was hit with a skillet. Who, the interviewer?
Damn.
She don't like she hit with a, she's not, what are you talking about? Horrible synthetic wig with no scalp or part. What character is this, sir? The interview is looking like she's trying not to LOL.
Yeah, she definitely trying to laugh at it.
They pushing the agenda no matter the cost. Superfly?
Oh, actually talking about his mannerisms? Yeah.
All jokes aside, have y'all noticed many of Hollywood men are now sporting low-cut shirts, revealing chest areas with pearls and other necklaces or chains?
And they've been doing that for a while.
They was doing the fishnet shit for a while.
We ain't gonna know the 80s. It's right there.
I can't feel sorry for him or the Cube.
Oh,
maybe the wig is Jedi mind trick to bring attention to what he's saying. Cross our fingers, hoping that's what it is. The interview got a long face. Drake response caused me to be late. The AI rap narrative is nothing but a distraction. He called K. Dot short with little feet, and he talking about his contract. But didn't Drake have bad contracts?
Yes, he did. That's
Yes,
why
very
I think
feminine.
that's why I was hoping that was AI disc because I'm sorry. What you say about Rekeepers? I'm sorry, I didn't want to.
No, I said yes. She's talking about yes, very feminine.
Yeah.
Judge. Virginia's a Hollywood.
Yeah, I hope that. I wish that was AI because that ain't.
It was trash.
It was a little jab, I guess. We'll see. But yes, saying somebody's short and insinuating that they have to give 50% of their contract to Punch. It's like you was with Baby, dude. Do you forget you was with Baby? But we can leave that alone. But yeah, he's trying to get some money because he owed taxes, like Travis said, and he asked for reparations a couple months ago. So
he said he shouldn't have to pay no damn taxes because his ancestors, he's a descendant from
That-
slaves. What the fuck you talking about?
I'm a descendant.
Why
of
I
slaves.
gotta pay taxes? I'm a descendant from slaves.
Yeah, so he's doing the same thing as that Democrat saying. You know?
Wasn't Drake supposed to take a break?
Well, he couldn't when people diss him. I give him that.
Drake got out of his bad contract because he was untouchable via his mother. They protected him. Well, he's Jewish.
Well, I'm very eager to say. First off, he hasn't officially released it, which is cowardly to me. That tells me that you wanted to make sure you see what the reaction is going to be before you fully drop it. So, yeah, when he officially drops it, then I think it's on. But we'll see.
And the women are actually covering up and dressing in more suits, looking like men too. I've seen a couple of photos of red carpets. Well, because they're doing the
Reverse.
like Keke Palmer.
Yeah,
she's been coming on red carpets dressed up in
She might be the
suits.
opposite. Since she had a kid, she kind of been more revealing.
No, since she had a kid, she's come on red carpets dressed up in suits.
Pantsuits, yeah. All right, let me play this right here. What y'all think about these Creoles coming out saying, we black?
Let's do some education, okay? If both your parents aren't black, you're not black. Did I say my parents weren't black? No.
That
So where'd you
Cajun
get
or
that from?
Creole?
TikTok, this is for educational purposes only. Let me school you on something about Louisiana folks. So first off, my parents was born in the 50s. And because you had the 1% rule, I know. They, on their birth certificates, says colored. What does colored mean? A plethora of colors. But colored also back in the day meant black. So if both my
Not necessarily. The color didn't mean black. It could just mean mixed. It could mean a lot of things. So black.
The problem is mulatto people kept procreating with mulatto people.
Yeah, so
wait, he's a descendant of slaves. Surprised he didn't claim Indian in the land. Yep, they flipping it again. Kiki about to be out of the closet. This race bait story. Stop talking.
parents have colored on their birth certificates, don't they mean they colored, they black, according to the government?
No reason.
So, try again with your comment. Thank you.
Now, Honorable, that goes along with your point, don't it? When you say how because of the mother, because of the slave laws, if a black woman had a child, it has to be considered black based off of the mother. Well, based off of the law in America, they would have to be considered black, right?
I'm sure they have some black ancestry.
Oh yeah, we'll see.
We not the same people.
All right, let's jump to something else. Because something else just said, Paris Jackson, you're talking about very confused. Paris Jackson explained why she identifies as a black woman.
She's not a black woman. That is a white woman.
Michael Jackson's daughter, Paris, says she's considered herself black and explained why. So
this is not Michael Jackson's biological daughter.
This was from August.
Allegedly.
This was from August of last year. It's been kind of said that he had a donor that he did not.
I'm so tired of it. This is straight bullshit. This is not his biological daughter. Like, this is crazy for you to sit here and for us to believe Michael Jackson bleached his skin. He didn't bleach his DNA. So you can get the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
I'm surprised. I know it wouldn't matter necessarily because he's already written them into his life. I'm surprised the mother has not asked for a DNA test.
I would. How did?
But it wouldn't matter
This is
because once again,
fucking crazy.
legally they are considered his kids.
Legally they kids, but I'm gonna let the world be the judge and say these some fucking imposters. These didn't come from my son.
All right, Biden exploring if he has power to shut down border unilaterally. Didn't Trump do it? Or attempt to do it?
Well, Trump don't give a damn. Sorry for my poor grammar today. Y'all, my brain is multitasking. Has me off. That's his biological daughter. Like the real, that's the real Gucci man. Michael ain't the daddy. Louisiana Creoles are different ethnic group. They not black. She's white. Let's go off the police to see where when you get pulled over. All the Jacksons bred with non-blacks. They hate their parents, not the women.
Not the women.
Rebe, she's with a black man.
Well, she was also with the outside child. With
Now, what's her name? Latoya. She never had no kids.
Allegedly she did, didn't she?
No.
Or was it the other one?
It was Janet. They said had a kid with one of the Barge brothers, and they were white. Their father was white. She would be better off following the Nicole Richie narrative of being adopted. Billie Jean is not my lover. It was Janet.
Well, Janet also has an Arab. She got a kid with an Arab man.
She got a kid with an Arab man.
So
I'm talking about Rebe.
Oh, she the only one that
She went and had a black man. Now Joe may have not been too happy about it.
I ain't got to show this. We can move on.
Because they were putting that narrative out there that their father was the one that was actually pushing them to like he was Janet Jackson. That's why she couldn't be with Bobby Brown, because her daddy was like, you can't be with that nigga.
I don't know if I believe that, but it is what it is. Maybe it's true.
He did have an outside kid with a white woman.
And a black woman, didn't he? Or just a white one?
Her mother is white, I believe.
So you only had one outside kid?
That we know of.
Yeah.
I'm sure all the Jackson brothers probably got kids by black women. They just
don't claim them.
They don't know. Rebe was the only one. I believe Bobby about Janet. Bobby said he was hitting it, and Janet was loving it, but
Daddy didn't like it.
Daddy said he ain't light skinned. He ain't a DeBarge. He can't hit them notes.
I was like, we love Rebe for loving herself. Let me put this video right quick.
And some were worried about.
This is about welfare.
About having low-income housing in their neighborhood.
Why did you pick this spot?
Nicole Humphrey is a local opponent of the development.
What is your concern when it comes to Section 8 and low income?
The lifestyle, I feel like, that goes with Section 8 is usually working single moms or people who are struggling to keep their heads above water. And it's not, I feel so bad saying that, but it's not, it's just not people who are, I guess, of the same class as us, which sounds bad, but I don't mean that in a bad way.
Some people would say, look, they maybe have not had the opportunities that their kids are not going to have the opportunities that your kids are going to have in this neighborhood.
Right.
Can they share in that?
Yes.
The problem with that is I hear a lot of the unfair of, oh, we haven't been given this or not that, or we haven't been afforded things that you might have been afforded. I don't look at multimillionaires and think, why don't I have a yacht? Why don't I have?
This is hilarious. She's comparing a suburban area to a yacht, saying that you shouldn't want stuff you can't get.
I agree with her.
She wrong as hell. That's crazy.
I do not know. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Hold on.
Go ahead. Let's go.
It's a mindset, I feel like.
Do
you think that you maybe are stereotyping the folks?
Oh, I totally am. 100%. It's not. It works both ways. I'm definitely not a racist and I'm not bigot, but
why should you say racist?
I think I hold a little bit of a stigma against people who are different. We don't want nomads. We don't want people who don't have roots. I just don't want that to be what my community is about.
Now, when she said people that are different, now to me it sounded like she meant racially.
Well, when she said she was not racist, we caught that part.
So why are you assuming that majority of people that come in your neighborhood living here will be white, will be black, when it's actually white people that are on welfare that would live in this neighborhood?
Yeah.
So why is she automatically assuming? Oh, we know why.
I don't care what color they are.
All right, that's crazy.
So you sitting here telling me that having it's reasons why people don't want low income.
Many argue
residents near them because the neighborhood does start to deteriorate.
Yeah.
People who don't have roots, again, pink toes and their delusions. She sounds hella sus.
Yeah.
How do you assume Section 8 people don't have roots? Bish our roots, nurse your roots to a healthy white lady. Well, that's assuming that she's talking about black people. I'm going to start asking these people, are they descendants of the Mayflower? Because why are we comparing themselves to others to begin with? Y'all are all immigrants.
Yeah, the game is cold, man. I disagree.
Why?
I remember when Steph Curry got into a lot of backlash when they were thinking about building a affordable housing and around him, and him and his wife them came out against it. Same thing happened with Dave Chappelle. They were planning on building it, he came out against it. And I don't know. I think it's just I don't get it.
So you don't see how the environment changes when affordable housing comes next?
No.
It changes dramatically. Are you kidding me? It attracts.
Attracts what?
Personally, what I've seen,
yeah,
it attracts drug addicts, homeless people start to come in the area more.
But why do they attract drug addicts?
Because some of them do drugs.
So you're saying that drug addicts attract drug addicts? It ain't because they're on Section 8.
But
not
a lot of
because they're in
people on
affordable
Section
housing.
8.
Go ahead.
All the Section 8 people are white. They know how to work the system, and they are the worst scammers.
Let me tell you something. Pause for a second. I remember I was watching a YouTube video. This is a long time ago, and it was a white woman arguing with her white husband, or soon-to-be ex-husband. They were going through a divorce, and he was like, he said something to her, and she was like, "Yeah, that's why I had to go to the government to get help, so we could even have somewhere to live. You didn't do it as a man like that, right?" And the comment section was like, "Wait, y'all on Section 8? Trevor, the house had like at least 4-bedroom house, at least two story, 4-bedroom house." They was like, "How the hell you get that on welfare?" I thought affordable housing supposed to be smaller, more.
No, they have to. If you
necessary.
if you have 4 kids, then you can get a 4-bedroom.
They didn't have 4 kids. They had 2 kids
plus them.
It's 2 kids
with a 4-bedroom house.
Yes, because he was walking through the house. It was a big ass house.
It wasn't just 4 kids.
Travis, I'm telling you, it was a big house.
You talking about that YouTube show?
No.
Oh.
I'm telling you, it was a long time ago. And the people in the comment section was like, "How the hell are you living there on welfare?"
By the way, Duke and Travis, although I fell asleep, I made it to episode 4 of 3 Body Park. It's a very interesting series.
Yeah.
Affordable housing brings the neighborhood down. It's unfortunate, but it's true. Thank you, Kiefer. It brings the neighborhood down, way down. Funny, but there are actual Section 8 programs that help people buy houses, and they can move anywhere they want to the other states. Shaking my head. Stop judging people you never knew.
Never know.
Ghettos begin in the pink nations. I would not rent to anyone on Section 8 unless they were family friendly. A family friend. With all the squatter shit going on, there's no way. There is a squatter right now going on in, I think it's Bellingham. It's an Asian dude. And they are trying to get his ass out of the neighborhood. This is I think it's a higher end neighborhood.
It's on the east side, yeah.
No, Bellingham is up north.
Okay, Bellingham. I think that Bellevue.
Boys and girls have to be separated on the housing program. Different rooms. Love him or hate him. Thomas Sowell will educate you on a lot of things you thought otherwise.
He says,
I have
numbers,
I have a rental with Section 8. Stop it.
Hey, is what it is.
Listen, y'all can say what you want to say. Truth is truth. It's true.
All right.
And
Anyway,
you sitting here like you don't. It's true.
I think it's more so about the people than whether or not just being on Section 8 is a precursor to know their personality is going to be.
It's an affordable housing mindset.
All right, but anyway, we move away.
Ain't no way. We moved out of Everett mainly because of all the affordable housing they were putting in. It's getting bad. The devil can never educate me about my people. Is it truth or is it perspective? Okay, Regina. I wish I can just set you up in an affordable housing area and let you be there for 2 months. Because you want to get the hell out of there.
All right, man. We kept y'all long enough for today's show. You got any last words for the people?
If the poor start to come around, you get the hell out.
I should have had. Hide your money, y'all.
Hide your money, y'all.
There's poor people around.
Thanks for joining us on this Saturn's Day. You could have been anywhere, but you decided to be here with us, and we appreciate it.
Yep.
I think everybody showed up today, so.
Yeah.
Mystery Man came through.
He's with it.
Oh, shout out to Eastwood and his wife, Joy.
Yeah, shout out to them.
Great show, guys and gals. Have a strong end and a start. A new one come Monday. Moon Day. Truth. Go look at the news reports. LOL. They coincide with the housing.
Oh, honorable part of playback crew. Shout out. But yeah, man, shout out to y'all. Really appreciate the support, as Travis said. Be
He
sure.
said peace, good people, and think responsibly. Okay.
Be sure to like it on the way out. Share it if you can. And as always, y'all be safe. All praise to the Most High. Peace, man.
No.